was 24 hours, faster than anyone else. There's no risk and no out-of-pocket cost.
It was so simple. I made one phone call. Oasis was able to give me the money within 24 hours.
To pay for my electric bill, my rent, and my groceries for my children.
And even if you end up losing your case, Oasis lets you keep the money. So there's absolutely no risk to you. You don't have to worry about repaying Oasis.
If I had lost my case, then I wouldn't be responsible for paying the money back. And that was a blessing.
Oasis, they killed it, man. They helped me out. They gave me my life back.
See how much money you can get before your case settles. Call Oasis Financial, because life moves faster than your case. 1-800-323-3763. 1-800-323-3763.
Is your credit card debt driving you batty? One call to Consolidated Credit can lower your interest rate, consolidate your bills into one easy payment, and get you out of debt fast.
Call 800-284-5089. 800-284-5089.
Welcome back to NHL Tonight, fueled by Gatorade. It's not hyperbole when I say that when I consider the people that write things for television, that to me, John Morosi is the great one. Wayne Gretzky, that's how good he is at storytelling. He has taken us inside, up close and personal, to this USA hockey team on this amazing journey. And tonight, he gets us ready for the gold medal game. Team USA and Team Canada, a story that goes back many years, two rivals that simply have not gotten along at all.
3 seconds, 2 and 1. The United States will play for gold.
Hello there, neighbor. Great to see you again at this time of year. Thanks for having us over to your rink. Come to think of it, a few years have passed since we last met under these circumstances. We have some great memories together, don't we?
Nicola Wall, in on goal. He's stopped by Tyler Parsons. The U.S. has done it. Tyler Parsons with the save. The Americans are World Junior Hockey Champions.
There's a chance here on the 3-on-2 rush. Over the line, Carlson. He scores! The U.S. wins the gold medal. John Carlson has done it.
I remember both times I was watching with my dad, and we were pretty pumped up with the John Carlson one and then the Troy Terry in the shootout. Those are legendary moments in this tournament for USA Hockey, and it was awesome to watch, and to be able to play in a Canada-USA gold medal game in this tournament. It's a dream come true, and we're going to make the most of it.
At this point in the World Junior Repartee, a measure of humility is required on the American side. Yes, Team USA has prevailed the last 3 times we've met for gold, including the last 2 while you hosted for the holidays. But Canada's overall dominance in the tournament must be acknowledged. You've won gold 18 times. We have 4. Team Canada has medaled at the World Junior almost 3 times as often as Team USA. So let's turn our edges, pivoting away from antipathy. This is an occasion to appreciate the rivalry we share, and the chance to renew it at a time of heartache and hope. When we see these sweaters together on this stage, our emotions somersault like a twice-tipped shot from the point. The result is exhaustion, elation if we're lucky, and the memory of a time and place in our lives. What we felt, where we watched, whom we experienced it with. The Montreal masterpiece was 4 years ago tonight. Brendan Brisson, then 15, was there in his father's native province, cheering for Team USA.
You know, I remember being in the packed rink when it was USA, Canada, you know, the feeling of there. You know, I get chills just thinking back on how the feeling was in the building.
Now, the California native is 1 win from a gold medal of his own.
I've always wanted to play for Team USA growing up, and, you know, seeing them battle it out, you know, it's more than just a game. It's a battle of the 2 countries, and those games are always, you know, really passionate, and I can't wait to play.
Jeff Sanderson, a veteran of more than 1,100 NHL games, was born and raised in the Northwest Territories. He played for Canada in 3 World Championships, twice winning gold. But his son, Jake, wears red, white, and blue. with the support of family living in the Canadian host city.
My grandparents are there and all my cousins are there too, so it's kind of like a family hotspot up in Edmonton. We usually go up there for a couple family reunions, and I know my family up there will be cheering me on. I love both countries, but for now, I guess, and always, I'll be an American, and, I always love putting on that crest.
Nate Lehman was an assistant for Team USA at the 2007 World Junior, when the shared brilliance of Jonathan Taves and Carey Price secured Canada's shootout victory in the semifinal.
In comes Mueller on Price. Peter Mueller. Stopped by Price. Canada's going to the gold medal game at the World Junior Hockey Championship.
More recently, 5 members of this Team USA suffered a controversial loss to Canada at Rogers Place in Edmonton in the semifinal of the 2018 Hlinka Gretzky Cup, when replays showed Dylan Cousins' tying goal at the end of regulation should not have counted.
Fire, centers it, in comes Cousins, scores! At the horn! Cousins ties it up! Had time expired? That's the question. The horn was sounding as the puck went in the net. Team USA is arguing it's no goal, and we're going to have a controversy here to finish this. It's a goal. Shouldn't be, but it's a goal.
No, it shouldn't be a goal, and the USA has been robbed.
That was one of the tougher moments in my hockey career for sure, and I think, we got a few guys from that team on this team, and, I'm sure it's definitely in the back of our minds. Like I said, obviously it was a tough moment, but we have a chance tomorrow to kind of correct that.
You see, old friend, we've both had our moments. Your 3-0 lead in Olympic gold medals over the last 4 decades deserves mention here too. Beginning with the John Carlson goal, Team USA has won 7 World Junior medals, 3 of them gold. Over the same period, Canada has, yes, 7 World Junior medals and 3 of them gold.
We know that they're the team to beat in this tournament. We know everything's been written about them, from day one. We know that this is one of their best teams all time, and we want to go. We want the challenge. We want the opportunity.
So let's make a pact. If you win, we won't mention that Jack Hughes and Nick Robertson and Johnny Beecher and Thomas Bordelot could have played on this team. And if Team USA wins gold in your barn, again, let's not hear about Alexis Lafreniere, Herbie Dock, and Owen Power. Tonight is about 2 great countries, the sport we share, and the efforts and sacrifices of all those, on and off the ice, who made the 2021 World Junior a reality. By necessity, the border between us has fallen quiet, but the inscription on the Canadian side of the Peace Arch at Surrey, British Columbia and Blaine, Washington remains true. Brethren dwelling together in unity. Thanks, neighbor, for the pleasure of your company once again.
That's why John Morosi is the great one. The great anticipation is nearing an end. We are coming up on warm-ups. They're taking the ice, and we are coming back to watch them warm up. Ice pass straight ahead. Team USA rocking the 1960-style uniform. If it doesn't give you goosebumps, you don't know what you're feeling.
Sports fans are gearing up at Fanatics.com, the world's largest collection of officially licensed fan gear. From all the leagues, teams, and players you love. Shop now and get today's special offer. Fanatics.com, officially licensed everything.
Are you getting the most out of your Medicare plan? Are you sure? Many people with Medicare are eligible for plans that include extra benefits in addition to those found in original Medicare. Benefits like dental, vision, and prescription drug coverage. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free with no obligation to enroll. In addition to hospital and medical coverage, at no extra cost, you could also get coverage for prescription drugs, dental, hearing, vision, and more. In many areas, plans with benefits are available with $0 copays for many services, $0 monthly premiums, or $0 deductibles. That's hospital, medical, prescription drug, dental coverage, and more included in one plan with premiums that may be as low as $0 a month. Call now to see if you're eligible to enroll. The consultation is free and there's no obligation to enroll.
Call 1-800-403-2491. That's 1-800-403-2491. We all know that movement is like medicine, but getting the movement you need to feel better can be a challenge. Now you can keep fit while you sit with QB, the world's leading compact seated elliptical. QB gives you active sitting, letting you burn calories and keep moving in an easy and low-impact way, all while you work, read, or watch TV. QB was named a top 10 gift by Time Magazine and has been featured all over the world. It's whisper quiet while it works your abs and core, hip flexors, glutes, quads, hamstrings, and calves.
QB is a lifesaver for me.
Here's your answer to your problem.
I feel young again.
Join the hundreds of thousands of people moving more with QB. Call to find out how to get your QB with free shipping and a 30-day completely risk-free trial. You'll also get this QB workout mat free. Now keep fit while you sit with QB.
To order, call 800-861-4420. That's 800-861-4420. Call now.
Hockey is back.
The Tampa Bay Lightning are on a mission.
It's a triple header of NHL action to start the season. The puck drops January 13th on TSN.
All I can say is absolutely wow. What a pass and what a goal. Whoa, incredible goaltending.
All the news, scores, stats, and highlights. If it's hockey, it's here. The official app of the NHL. They're the team everybody loves.
If you haven't already heard it.
The team at NHL Network, with a lineup that's got every hockey fan shouting. It all begins with NHL Now setting up the day with news and buzz.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Followed by live look-ins and breakdowns on NHL Tonight.
The big picture perspective.
Then On the Fly wraps up the night with all the highlights and news.
Every game and every point matters.
The championship team is here all season long on NHL Network.
Here we go. Warm-ups underway. The gold medal game just moments away. EJ Rupper, talk to us.
Like that guy, Arthur Kaliyev, he's the hero last night, and I'll say something about him that we haven't talked about too much. He hasn't played a lot of hockey this year because in the OHL they didn't play, right? I think he has gotten better throughout this tournament, the Kings draft pick. He's a sniper. See if he can do it again tonight.
Tone, this is, I don't mean to go off the rails here, but these are your two most favorite things in this entire world. Chipotle's on their helmets.
Yes!
And these are the throwback jerseys. Yeah, I love these Team USA jerseys.
I do too.
I love that you brought it up. 1960 Squaw Valley, the first team that broke through and won gold at the Olympics. What a special tribute that they're wearing those uniforms. EJ, you and I both passionate about the history.
I love the uniforms too, and I'll tell you what, I love the matchup of Canada in that red and white jersey.
Yes.
Dominant red, and then USA in the white with the letters kind of diagonal across, and the big guy there, Spencer Knight, is going to have to be big time. Big time tonight, right?
Kind of like reflexes right there.
Yeah.
He's got the routine. I'm looking just very methodical right now. Come on, show me some love. Show me some energy. I want to see you going.
He's got a process. He's got a process.
No, he's focused.
16 points for Cousins. What has made him so special?
He's smart, right? And he works hard, and he's got terrific skill.
He's got good size. He's powerful.
Yeah.
He's a stud. Man, he's a stud. The Sabres got a good one in him.
You know, I like this guy, too. Connor McMichael, who's a Washington Capitals draft pick. He's not going to blow you off the ice with all kind of razzle-dazzle, but he's always in the right place. He reminds me a lot of Matt Boldy. Very similar type players, used in all situations, real good team player. Look for him to be on the ice. If things get rocky for Canada, they'll lean on him.
He just said Rocky, and I'm thinking about the storyline of those Rocky movies as an underdog. You're a waste of life. That's Burgess Meredith in the building.
I had to do it.
These guys are about to play in the biggest game of their lives. There's a psychological component to this. Talk us through it, Rupper. You've lived it. You played in a Game 7 Cup final and played great Cup clincher. Mentally, how do you deal with the pressure?
You can't look at it as being the biggest game of my life. You look at it as the biggest opportunity of your life.
Yeah.
You do that, now all of a sudden you let the juices flow and you just play the game.
Oh, I like that.
You like that, Tony?
Personal power here. Tony Robbins? No. Mike Rupp? Yes.
There we go.
Come right back with game time. Puck drop straight ahead. Let's go.
NHL Tonight is fueled by Gatorade. Nothing beats Gatorade.
Wait up. Papa John's has a new stuffed crust. Oh, we did it. We did it. All our tweets, DMs, and carrier pigeons worked. This ain't just stuffed crust. This is Papa John's crust. Stuffed.
Kitchen knife do this? How about this? Well, now it can. Inspired by the hit TV show Forged in Fire, is a once-in-a-lifetime knife. So sharp and so strong, it will cut everything in your kitchen. Frozen or fresh. Forged in Fire's knives, surgical steel construction, and razor-sharp edge literally shatters the competition. So you can fillet your fish. Its professional handle won't slip, even chopping this frozen solid block of ice. And that torture won't dull its precision sharpness. Now you can get the Forged in Fire Chef's Knife for the low price of only $29.95. And when you order now, you'll get the Forged in Fire Paring Knife absolutely free. Order a second set of knives right now, and we'll give you free shipping on the entire order. And all Forged in Fire knives come with our 50-year guarantee. But you must order now.
Call 1-800-953-2947. 1-800-953-2947.
Is your credit card debt driving you batty? One call to Consolidated Credit can lower your interest rate, consolidate your bills into one easy payment, and get you out of debt fast.
Call 800-284-5089. 800-284-5089.
If you've received a wage garnishment notice, bank levy notice, or need to file back or current taxes, you need to call Tax Leaders of America.
After calling Tax Leaders of America, they were able to negotiate my tax debt down to pennies on the dollar.
Call today for a free consultation.
Hockey fans are gearing up at NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the largest assortment of NHL fan gear anywhere, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics and authentic fan gear, the latest styles from every NHL team and all the players you love. Don't wait, shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
This amazing tournament will have the amazing finish we all hoped for. North American neighbors face off with a gold medal on the line. Team USA faces Canada for gold tonight, 9:30 Eastern on NHL Network.
The United States and Hockey Canada clashing for gold at the World Junior Championship.
This is what we love at the World Juniors.
When these two teams play, it's fun.
The U.S. wins the gold medal. Sean Carlson has done it. He's stopped by Tyler Parsons. The Americans are World Junior Hockey Champions.
An NHL release, and that is an NHL shot. Look at that emotion. It is showtime. He scores! He scores! Two sides of the coin at the World Junior Championship.
It is showtime and it is go time. So close to puck drop. Mike Rupp, EJ Raddick, Tony Luffman, Rupper. How critical is the start of this game?
It's big because we were just speaking on it that this Team Canada has not played from behind yet. So if you can have a start, and if we remember in the last game against Finland, Cole Caulfield had a point blank. What was it? 10 seconds.
Right away.
Really?
Right away.
So I mean that might be hard to do against Team Canada because they're going to be ready to start as well. But if U.S. can just come out and strike first. Now, all of a sudden, Canada's got to deal with something they haven't dealt with in this tournament yet.
Yeah, to me, it's shift-to-shift hockey when you play a team as good as Canada. For the Team USA, the defense got to get into the forwards, get to center ice. I don't think you have much of a chance to make too many plays with that ferocious back-checking and those good defenders. Chip it in, go create puck races, and then funnel everything to the net and look for second-chance opportunities. Nobody's been able to do that so far against Team Canada. We'll see if Team USA can do it tonight.
How do you not let the emotions carry you and make you more fatigued, because we know that can happen?
Yeah, it's and not let that make you make bad decisions.
Right.
And to keep things, you got to funnel that. You got to harness that emotion, use it the right way. But you know, these players have played in big games before. This might be the biggest, but you know, they'll have to manage that.
This is the biggest, the World Junior Championship gold medal game, fueled by Gatorade. Wearing their heritage sweaters, it's Canada. Wearing their traditional 1960 look, it's USA. We live for this. Game time now.
Gosh, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip Hop Group Tag Team to help you plan dessert?
Fresh vanilla, rocky road, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop shakalaka, 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 shaka, scoop shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
What's my safe flight story? I spend a lot of time in my truck. It's my livelihood. So I'm not taking any chances when something happens to it. So when my windshield cracked, my friend recommended Safe Flight Auto Glass. It came right to me with expert service where I needed it. That's service I can trust, no matter what I'm hauling. Right, girl?
Safe Flight Repair, Safe Flight Replace.
Are you kidding me? My goodness, what a goal!
Let's go, get the party started. You know how to get it going. I'm so fired up, I'm ready to go.
Oh, big hit!
I really feel like taking flight, and I need you to get in line. If we're gonna make it, we'll make it right.
It does not get better than this. The United States and Canada playing for gold at the World Junior Hockey Championship. As we welcome you to another telecast on NHL Network, fueled by Gatorade. Dylan Cousins has 16 points to lead the way for Hockey Canada. Spencer Knight, 4 wins, including 2 shutouts. Connor McMichael, another one of the 19 first-round picks playing for Canada. Trevor Zegras, he has not stopped rolling for Team USA. As we say hello once again from inside the NHL Network studios in New Jersey with my guy Dave Starman. I'm Stephen Nelson Starr. A whole day of building up the pomp and circumstance of the U.S. and Canada playing for gold. We've gone back down memory lane, but we know none of that matters at this point. On the ice, Team Canada has hardly been touched in this tournament, has not been scored on at even strength. So if the United States is to finally break through and win gold, how do they do it?
Well, if you can't score on even strength, you can score on the power play. The United States power play has been great in this tournament. And Cole Caulfield has been a major reason why he's highlighted 13 in blue. He's the bumper guy in what's a 1-3-1 setup. Why do we highlight him here? He's drawing coverage from the Finnish player here. That leaves York at the point wide open. But that Finnish player has got to cover 2 guys. So Caulfield is drawing coverage. That allows the one-timer to get to the net. Now watch what happens. Caulfield's going to read a battle in the corner with numbers. He's going to go to the hash marks and stay above the puck, to try to get that puck as it comes up the wall. There he does. Takes a quick look, little shoulder check. He knows he's got help at the top of the slot. So what does he do? He quickly identifies it. He's got an open lane. fires the puck up there. Now watch 12 in blue. Matt Boldy goes to the front of the net, gets a stick down, followed by Caulfield. Watch again. There comes Caulfield up on top. Boldy, 12 in blue, gets underneath the goaltender. Stick on the ice behind him. And all the defenseman has to do is shoot for a stick. He does. It's the little things that have paid huge dividends to the United States on the power play. You need a good power play and great goaltending to win a gold medal at the World Junior Championship, and the U.S. has had it straight through.
Canada's power play number 3, and Devin Levi has been outstanding. The goal differential for Canada is a joke. Plus 37, 41-4. All 4 of those goals against, again, when they were on the kill. They've been tied in this tournament for a total of 19 minutes and 43 seconds. And they've scored first in every game and all within the first 10 minutes of each game. Will it be different here in the gold medal contest? The officiating crew, get a tip of the cap, stick taps for all those involved inside the bubble in Edmonton, Dave Starman. They've been terrific.
And the reason that you're seeing an all-Canadian crew, everybody's probably looking at it like you're not supposed to have the same country's officiating crew with the team on the ice because of the COVID protocols. Everybody signed off that was the way to go. Spencer Knight will carry the mail for the United States. He was, I thought, terrific against the Finns. One little leaker, but other than that, he stole a couple of stops. And Von Levi will be in goal for Team Canada. Remember, these two guys play their college hockey a couple of miles away from each other. Nate Lehman, the head coach of Team USA, wants to get after it. They want his team to find their game early. This guy is as motivating a guy. Andre Tourigny, the head coach of the Ottawa 67s, and he is a stickler for detail hockey. One of the reasons why Canada has been so good.
Hey folks, how you guys doing out there? Okay? Is there a game going on? This is the only game going on. The entire hockey world locked into the bubble in Edmonton for Team USA and Canada.
All right, boys, this is it. Enjoy.
We will enjoy. Puck is down. For the 5th time ever at the World Junior Championship, the Stars and Stripes in the Maple Leaf will play for a gold medal.
Expect early on a couple of bobble passes, a couple of little yips, a couple of passes not going where you want them to. I think in a big game like this, with the emotion each team has generated, a couple of shifts to get into it.
There's a shot wide in the net of Spencer Knight from Alex Newhook. Back into the middle, taken away by Team USA and Matty Beniers.
Newhook, by the way, and Spencer Knight are teammates at Boston College.
Newhook, a roommate of Matt Boldy at BC, as Canada enters the zone again. There's a gathering on the near side wall. Here's Cam York, captain for Team USA, celebrating his 20th birthday. Centered into the middle, bouncing in front of the slot, and now pushed ahead by Boldy, but not out of the zone.
Important early on in this game, protect the middle lane of the ice. That goes both ways. Both of these teams can be explosive. Both of these teams can drive the net. Canada loves sending 2 to the front of the net hard on the rush. So taking away the center lane, a lot of good soft blocking will be needed early.
Arthur Kalliev, the hero in the semifinals against Finland, laid it check and then took one. He's in the middle, tried to tap one home, but it's gone wide. Zegras, Turcotte, and Kalliev. The forward line out there with York and Faber on the back end as there's an icing. All right, USA hockey fans, let's see it. Oh, they look kind of nervous. All right, now we're starting to roll. They see themselves.
It was either nerves or the 3-second delay.
Yeah, you're probably right. That one.
Good opening shift, I thought, for the Kalliev line, and I think Turcotte once again is going to be a beast tonight. This is his kind of game. North, south, and hard.
Johnson from the point through traffic, glove by Levi. How about our friends to the north? Incredible. Just electric. The virtual fans have been steadily awesome all tournament long. Especially those in European nations who are tuning in at odd hours. Back in the D zone for Team USA. Puck taken over at center ice and thrown in for Johnson to pursue. Thrown back up top. Slap shot. Around the net, wrap around, pad saved by Spencer Knight. Cole Perfetti on the shot. There's another one from the point. Blues in front of Knight. And he has to get across, but thankfully, him anyway, Bobby Brink was there.
Goaltender stick laying in front of the net. The United States players, you're really not supposed to do what they just did. That could be a penalty.
We continue play a few minutes in to the first period of this gold medal contest as a body was thrown in the corner on the forecheck for Team USA. Now a foot race. Jake Sanderson will win it.
Canada with the first good chance of the game. Spencer Knight gets a good save under his belt early. Canada wins a race down in the quiet zone. They go low to high, and the big Karoom off the back end boards, and Knight is able to get over. Canada has been good at getting pucks through either to the front of the net or to the backboards, and these lively boards here in Edmonton have produced some real good rebounds, some second opportunities for them.
Alex Turcotte, one of 5 Los Angeles Kings prospects in this game between the two teams. His line mate Kaliev another. Thrown on from the point. Tipped in the corner. Zegras back for Turcotte. Turcotte will cycle. Zegras gets a high hit and now has the puck. Sanderson near side has space, but he lost the handle. And then turned it over.
This is Canada's 4th line. A lot of first-round picks on it, including a kid in Tomasino who could make a first line on just about any other team in this tournament. That is the depth that Canada brings to this tournament.
Turned over in the high slot. A good poke check to keep it away from Connor McMichael. Held in at the line. Both these teams playing yesterday. No day off between the semifinals and the gold medal game.
Asked Nate Lehman about that earlier as he had coached in the Frozen Four where he won a national title. He said really the biggest difference between this and that is without that day off, it's keep it light for the players and make sure that they find their game quickly. The bumps and bruises from the night before still kind of there, but there's something about getting into your equipment when it's still wet from the night before type thing that makes you want to play. I always kind of like that.
Thrown at Levi. Blocked before it got there. Now York. Chip it off the glass and around for Boldy. Boldy taps it back to Beniers, but it danced by his stick. York takes over. Chips it in for Beniers to chase after.
Good shift for the U.S. keeping Canada's #1 line pinned in their own end.
York throws it through. Went off the stick of Boldy.
So this group, it's almost like you have 4 first lines, which is interesting. Now on the other side of it, Steve, when you take a look at the U.S., Canada talks a lot about their depth, and they have it. And there's no question. When we think about the U.S. depth that is not here, players that are not in this tournament, we're talking about Hughes, Robertson, Beecher, Bordelot, Mastra Simone, Miller, Vlasic. Those are 7 really dynamic players that are not here either because they're with their NHL team or because of some of the COVID protocols. And it's funny because Teddy Donato talked about how probably the top 4 centers in this age bracket for the U.S. are not here.
Canada also without top-end talent. #1 pick in last year's draft. There's a shot gloved out of the air by Spencer Knight. Will hang on with 15:34 left in the first. Alexis Lafreniere not here, getting ready to make the Rangers roster. And Kirby Dach, who had the C slapped on his chest for Team Canada. This was a tournament he asked the Blackhawks to let him play in, and then he hurt his wrist in the exhibition game, and now he's out a matter of a handful of months. But even despite all the talent not here, for whatever reason, these two rosters are chock full of future NHLers. The future of the National Hockey League on display here at the World Junior Championship.
With no other hockey games being played on the continent on TV. So these kids have North America all to themselves.
Good stick there by Braden Schneider. Rangers first rounder. Now Levi will slap it around. Thrown alone by Tomasino. Icing waved off as Mercer won the race. Now Tomasino again. Zegras, the backhander, now flipped back behind the net of Spencer Knight. Zegras will lead Turcotte. Jake Sanderson was taken 5th overall. The puck sent the length of the ice in the past draft for the Ottawa Senators.
And the question was, who is the better defenseman in the draft, him or Drysdale? And it really depends on who you ask at any given moment. A lot of people felt Sanderson was the best two-way defenseman in that draft, and he has proven in this tournament that he can do some dynamic things. Talking about dynamic, McMichael has been terrific for Canada. I look at him, I see Matt Barzal a little bit, in kind of a similar style. He's a finesse player, really good scoring touch. He creates with his IQ, and boy, can he ever finish.
McMichael was a huge factor in last year's gold medal game. Canada was down 3-1 to the Russians in the 3rd period. He scored a goal off his skate to make it 3-2. Eventually, the game winner scored by Akil Thomas as Canada won gold. And now they try to go back-to-back for the first time since they finished up a run of 5 straight World Junior Championships from 05 to 09. They dance into the offensive zone. Forehand shot right into the stomach of Spencer Knight. With that, we have our first timeout here on NHL Network. Still scoreless as these teams get their legs underneath.
Guys, part of being a good teammate is looking out for each other. And looking out for each other is if one guy gets hit in the head or is a little woozy, it might be getting a concussion, you got to look out for him and you got to speak up as a good teammate. Looking out for concussions is protecting your teammates.
Wait up, wait up. Papa John's has a new stuffed crust. Oh, we did it. We did it. All our tweets, DMs, and carrier pigeons worked. This ain't just stuffed crust. This is Papa John's crust. Stuffed.
Sick of spam call blocking that doesn't work? Introducing RoboKiller. RoboKiller eliminates 99% of unwanted calls. So you can live your life spam call free. Download RoboKiller today.
I've had great opportunities with both of these coaches to sit and talk about details of the game and puck management. This is not good puck management by the U.S. There's a little bit of a muffin right in the middle of the ice. There's another one. So they did it once in each zone. U.S. a little sloppy with the puck as Canada has jumped in the lanes. And the U.S., we just talked about, don't throw pucks through the middle of the ice early on in the game. Establish your game first, get pucks behind defense. And the U.S. a little sloppy early on.
Canada wins the draw in the offensive zone. Puck thrown at the net, loose in front. Turnaround shot blocked off the leg of Cam York. Now Cole Caulfield out of the reach of York.
Nate Lehman told us today with the defenseman connecting with the forwards last night changed the game. He didn't like their offense early because he felt the defensemen weren't jumping up. There was no support. You're seeing it a little bit early on here. Support has been a little bit widespread, and the U.S. has not been able to come up the ice clean. Remember, a lot of the themes that we've talked about during this tournament that the coaches have talked about. Puck support, override positional play. Be there so you can make those good, short 8 to 10 foot passes so you can come up with speed and accuracy.
McMichael, Cousins, and Peltier out there for Team Canada. Turcotte, Zegras, and Callier for Team USA. Peltier off a skate. McMichael looking for Cousins. He finds him. He shoots. Pad saved by Spencer Knight. The rebound is loose. Taken out by Callier. Here is James Drysdale. 6th overall pick, who you mentioned earlier. Now Kaliev over the line. He blew a tire. Now Bowen Byram, outstanding prospect for the Colorado Avalanche, up for Dylan Cousins. So big, so fast, so strong. Cousins to the backhand looking for Peltier. Pass never got through. Shots 5-2 in favor of Canada as Johnson reverses and allows the lines to change.
Cousins just drives that line. He can be a puck transporter, a puck mover.
Look out, a turnover in the D zone into the slot. And a good stick there by Bobby Brink. Up for Brett Berard. Berard will chase into the corner. And then he's greeted by Caden Gooley.
Gooley did a great job. Montreal Canadiens draft pick of cutting the hands of Berard, not letting him get to the puck. Good puck protection so far by the team in red.
Couple shaky passes leading to turnovers, shaky plays by Team USA.
Now you're hitting that point, though, where that should clear itself up. You got the first 5-6 minutes in. Everybody's got a couple of shifts in. Get a chance to get on the bench, talk a little bit about the shift that just happened. Now you get a little bit more locked in, and it's kind of go time from here.
Sanderson and Hellison down below for Team USA. Taken along by the Canadians.
By the way,
Harley will slap it around.
Second time Canada's won a race to negate an icing in this period.
They played the early semifinal yesterday, shutting out the Russians, who were ultimately defeated earlier tonight by the Finns in the bronze medal game. Sharp angle shot, cut off by Spencer Knight.
Knight holding down the fort as the Canadians are establishing some offensive zone time. They have been good getting on pucks. They have been good sealing up walls. U.S. with an opportunity here. Kaliev skated right into a 1-on-4. Canada backtracked well, forced Kaliev to make a softer chip than he wanted. And Team Canada was able to turn it around in transition.
And they win a draw. Schneider at the point, off a stick. Knight got over. And now intercepted by Matt Boldy. Boldy now in the corner. At the point. Thrown along off a body. York will flip it ahead. Boldy and Caulfield cycle. To the point for York. York through traffic. Blockered away by Levi. Caulfield brought down to the ice along the goal line. As was Beniers. Caulfield into the middle. Boldy behind the net. Boldy. Caulfield, one-timer, he whiffed. Now York, high slot shot. Gloved by Levi.
Caulfield with a good opportunity. Some nice down-low play by the U.S. And who else? Matt Boldy down in the quiet zones making things happen. Caulfield fights through. After he gets thrown down, he got himself in a good position. The play winds up back at the point, and York is able to get the shot on Levi. Levi did not play any games in Northeastern before the season started, and then came to Canada's camp after first being not invited and won the starting job. It's a remarkable story.
A 7th-round pick in 2020 of the Panthers, and his counterpart tonight, a 13th overall pick in Spencer Knight.
Played his midget hockey for Lac St. Louis in Montreal for John Goyens, who's a tremendous youth hockey coach in that area. And that has been a fertile area for Northeastern to draw some players.
Zegras cutting through. You know, Zegras rankled some feathers in his pregame interview with R. Jill Savage talking about Levi. He said, I don't think this goalie's been tested yet on 5-on-5, and I think that's something we're going to prove today. We're going on all cylinders right now. I think we're going to catch you by surprise, and we'll go from there.
And yet every time somebody starts talking about Levi, he's too small, he's undersized, whatever criticism has come his way has driven him to work that much harder to attain the success that he's had.
Yeah, doubt Devin Levi at your own risk. 9:35 to go in the first period. Scoreless. The United States and Canada in the gold medal game. Shot 7-4. Tilted towards the Canadians. Shot from the line, blocked. Now played up. Berard in a race. He's going to win it. Brink to the point. Shot bounces in front of Levi and goes wide. And Berard lays a body. Hacked back in by Sanderson. And chipped along by Quinton Byfield, the 2nd overall pick of the Los Angeles Kings.
Like the U.S., Canada's got a couple of big centermen who can really move the puck and get to the front of the net. There's nothing better than a big centerman who can skate and score.
Off the bench, kept in by Brock Faber. Nice keep. Now a shot. Off a leg. Moynihan will slap it around. But nobody was there. The U.S. will retreat. Landon Slaggert, the Blackhawks prospect. Back for York.
Watching this period, you're seeing Canada with 2 up a lot on their forecheck. Early on in the game, they love to establish that they can be a wrecking ball off ice, and they've been good with it so far.
Matty Beniers working the length of the ice. Tried to center it. And then ends up all the way back down with Spencer Knight with 8 minutes to play. Once again, we see Matt Boldy walking the line. Boldy gives it off for a shot just over the right pad of Levi. Now Caulfield to Boldy. Boldy holds, fires. Rebound is there. High into the air, glove down by Johnson. Caulfield will unwind and fire. Kicked into the corner. Now Jack Quinn will try and break out for Canada.
That line's going. I'd ride that line right now as much as I can.
Here is Caulfield. Now down low for Beniers. Been out there a little bit.
At this point, you're not managing minutes anymore, and it's all hands on deck now. That line.
From every NHL team and all the players you love. Don't wait, shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
It's just great offensive zone possession time. No panic with Zegras as he.
Let's take another look.
Ask your doctor about Stellara.
Meet Endy, the one that's proudly Canadian made, the one with thousands of 5-star reviews, and the one chosen best mattress in Canada. Order the Endy mattress today with their biggest sale of the year. On now at endy.com.
In addition to retaking the tournament point lead, Trevor Zegras now passes Jeremy Roenick on the Americans' all-time point list of this tournament. Now one behind Jordan Schrader. Schrader played in 3 World Juniors.
Amazing tournaments up and down the board, but Zegras doing it in back-to-back years. 17 points now, the tournament scoring leader.
Krebs wins that face-off, back to Harley. Off the glass and back to center. Jake Sanderson across to Drew Hellison. And Boldy plays that in, but the play once again was called icing. And the face-off back down to the American zone.
So Canada, which had an early jump on the play, now trailing 1-0. They get an offensive zone face-off. They get Byram and Drysdale out on the blue line for this offensive zone draw. We're going to back the U.S. up a bit here. The last 3 or 4 shifts, the U.S. has contained Canada in their half of the ice.
Face-off is won by Beniers, who's had to shoulder a heavy load for Team USA in this tournament. There's the youngest player. Lost John Beecher, part of the tournament, a Boston Bruins draft pick due to COVID testing. A positive COVID test, that is.
And they also lost his roommate, Thomas Bordeleau, another forward. So the U.S. was down on numbers, and that made Beniers' role that much more important.
Caulfield flips that in deep. Drysdale goes after it. Being shadowed there by Boldy. Beniers comes in, forced that free, and now chipped up by Byram to Krebs.
Rink wide he goes to Quinn, and Quinn lays that down to the American zone. In comes Byfield hunting for it. He gets there first. York has lost his stick. Holloway pokes it free for Byfield. Drop that back. Boldy picks it off. Holloway steps into him. Tabor brings it around the glass. Cooley steps up, and in behind him comes Beniers. Americans are changing as Matt Beniers works in. And Beniers just chips that deep and goes off. Justin Barron from Halifax, Nova Scotia, up the center ice. Battling there with Berard. McMichael trying to pick that free. Now Barron back on it. Barron taken down. And there's a penalty coming to Team USA. The first of the game. Gooley lost the handle, and as Berard picks it up, Canada will get the first power play with 3:22 to go in the first period. Bobby Brink goes off.
Brink fishing around on the forecheck.
USA number 24, 2 minutes tripping.
Is going to get his stick into the feet of Justin Barron right here. Barron goes down, and Canada's power play that scored 6 times in the tournament. Coach Nate Lehman knows that's a penalty you just don't want to take. The U.S. had only taken 8 penalties in the tournament until last night when they took 5 in their game against the Finns.
And on the power play is 6 for 18. Perfetti sets it up. Cousins leads the way with 2 goals on the man advantage. Back at the point is McMichael. Sends it back in front. Cousins lost his stick. McMichael fires. Rebound. Cousins can't reach it. And is sent down the ice by Slager. Back is Byram for it. Inside, 3 to go in the opening period. Owen Byram drops it back. Up it goes to Krebs. Leads for Cousins. Cousins flips that in, gets his own shoot in. Rings it around to Krebs. Back to Cousins, and Perfetti able to hold the line. Cole Perfetti. Flips it down to Krebs. Back to Perfetti. Puck at his feet. Boldy gets to it and can't clear it out. Cousins leaves it there for McMichael. Connor McMichael walks it and shoots. And Knight got a piece of that. Now McMichael picks it back up. Drops it down to Perfetti. Perfetti. Krebs centers it. Cousins can't connect. McMichael reaching for it. Holds the line. McMichael to Krebs. Centers it. McMichael shoots off the side of the goal. Krebs digging for it. 50 seconds to go on the power play. Perfetti drops that back and Boldy sweeps it down.
Some close calls around the net, including the McMichael shot that deflected off of Matt Beniers just wide of the U.S. net. Still 37 seconds left with the second group out.
Oh, yeah. Across to Byfield. In comes Byfield for Tomasino. Byfield didn't get a shift in the gold medal game last year. As a 17-year-old, Suzuki feeds it across. Tomasino shoots that deflected wide. Here's Suzuki back with it to Byfield. Byfield back to Suzuki. Sets it up for Byfield. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Drysdale feeds it across. Walking in, Tomasino, a shot that was blocked. Rebound! Knight makes a save. And Suzuki couldn't reach the rebound. At the line, Drysdale steps up. Brink steps out of the box. Drysdale shoots, that goes wide. Rebound, Tomasino centers it. And Byfield tipped it high. 2 shots on goal for Canada on that power play. It remains 1-0 Team USA.
You don't always score in the power play, but you really can pick up some momentum. Some good chances here for Canada. Tomasino, 2 shots. The second one, Knight makes the save. Ryan Johnson pokes it away before Suzuki can get it. And this is the one that hit Beniers. It hits him in the right foot, and then it's going to turn left. Knight can't catch up to it, and it hits the side of the net. That close to a tie game. That's a really good power play for Canada here. As now they're into the last minute and a bit, trying to get themselves into a spot where they feel good going into this second period.
Harley threw that in front, but Dylan Holloway was spilled into the Canadian net, dislodging it, and the face-off will come outside.
It's a different game when you're behind, and Canada had been back on their heels for a few minutes after the Alex Turcotte goal.
Well, the initial indication was the face-off would come outside. It'll stay in now after a consultation between the linesmen. The face-off to the right of Devin Levi.
No panic, no need to panic, certainly with 2 periods left, but continue to do the things that put you in the position to be in this game. Move the puck, skate, have pressure on the puck.
Holloway gets around Sanderson. Holloway trying to center it, stays on it. Now here's Jacob Pilche. Pilche back to Schneider. Schneider shoots. That's blocked. And we've got a crease violation. And the face-off will come outside as Holloway was standing too close to the American goal.
I don't think we've had one of these called in this tournament. As you see, Holloway rather sets up camp in Knight's crease. And so the draw will come out to the neutral zone.
Boldy. Tied up there by Drysdale. Now Boldy knocks it down again at the point to York. Across he goes to Hellison. Hellison shoots. That was blocked by Zary. Now Beniers on it. Tied up by Byram. Boldy racing to it. He's been a handful for Canada so far tonight. Gets bumped there by Cousins. Sends it back. Caulfield is shot. And that deflects up and out of play.
The U.S. has relied pretty heavily upon their top two lines. The Boldy, Caulfield, Beniers line has been their second line. That top group, Zegras, alongside of Turcotte and Kaliev, have really carried the offense. And Zegras will jump on the ice here with Farinacci, who's got 5 goals in the tournament for the last 30 seconds of this period.
Sanderson feeds out across to Zegras. Zegras shoots, gloved by Levi, who once again turns quickly.
He is a calm character in there. Stick always across the top of his pads, gets a drink of water, reloads, and ready to go.
Earlier today, Finland beat Russia in the bronze medal game. Face-off got done fairly, so Finland, Germany, the Czechs, and Austria will be in one group with the loser of this game. The winner of this game will have Russia, Sweden, Slovakia, and Switzerland in their group next year. Right back here in Edmonton. Byram, rolling puck, chips it around. Suzuki for Mercer, flips that to center ice. Krebs reaching for it. He collided hard there at center ice with Rousseau. A hand pass called with 5.7 seconds left.
Krebs gets a pretty good run at Moynihan, who had missed a couple of games for the U.S. with an injury back for the semifinal game.
Byram across to Drysdale as time winds down, and the United States will go to the dressing room with a 1-0 lead thanks to the goal by Alex Turcotte, his third of this World Junior Championship. You're watching the 2021 World Junior, the gold medal game from Edmonton. Our first intermission is coming up next.
Find what childhood dreams are made of. Find out what thrilling really means. Find inspiration, freedom, and new experiences to fill your life. Find stories that will last a lifetime. And find new ways forward. Find new roads.
By winning Canadian Tire Operation Puck Drop, we've been totally blown away with the rink. We expected a small flooding kit. To have a synthetic ice rink that we can use for a number of years is really exciting.
Canadian Tire launched Operation Puck Drop this year in order to help communities and families get active through the pandemic.
Because I have bilateral hip arthritis, I'm unable to play stand-up hockey, but because of sledge hockey, I'm able to get on the ice with my family and also encourage young sledge hockey players to know that we can be strong like everyone else.
Why aren't you wearing your tuxedo?
Oh, sorry, what was that?
You can't wear a Canadian tuxedo to the award show.
That's right, Brandon, because we're not going. I've got nothing left to prove with acting. I've played other people my whole life. It's time I played me in a little movie called Me Doing Whatever I Want. And what I want right now is pizza with pineapple from Skip the Dishes.
You like pineapple with your pizza?
Spoiler alert, it's delicious.
You don't like
Aloha.
That's not what that means.
Aloha means delicious.
It doesn't.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Gatorade.
Ask your doctor about Stellara.
You cheered and sang and celebrated with us here. But in between those moments, the lights go down on our game. For us, playing the game we love is just a part of it. The more important part is being an inspiration to the next generation of young girls with big dreams.
James wants to shine a light on the women who make this game great, to celebrate them and give them the attention they deserve. Because we believe what gets celebrated grows.
Heavenly shades of night are falling.
Wonder and vision. Aren't we a fine pair?
We are an unusual couple, you know.
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
Is this really happening?
Wonder, welcome home.
Marie-Philippe Poulin supports the Hockey Canada Foundation Assist Fund because she knows that when we help get kids on the ice, there's no limit to the power of play. Give an assist. Donate now.
This is Arkells. Listen to all of Arkells fan favorites in one place. Listen to the This is Arkells playlist on Spotify now.
The NFL playoffs kick off Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, with the all-new expanded Wild Card Weekend. CTV and TSN bring you all 3 games on Saturday and then back on Sunday for every game. It's a super Wild Card Weekend of NFL action on Canada's home for NFL's CTV and TSN. You know how they always say the trophy's so close you can touch it? The gold medals, we actually can. It's visiting our set. We will not. That would just be wrong. But there is the trophy they're playing for tonight in the gold and silver medals. James Duffy, Bob McKenzie, Craig Button will join us in just a second. I don't know if you saw our pregame show, but Trevor Zegras, the American star, clearly wanted to get this message to Team Canada in an interview. Said, we don't believe Team Canada's been tested 5-on-5. Devin Levi hasn't been tested 5-on-5. We're going to do that. Gamesmanship, maybe, but they went out and did it. What did the Americans do that nobody else in this tournament has done to Canada?
Well, they backed it up in the first period, no doubt about that. And it was the #1 line for the U.S. against the #1 line for Canada that led to the first goal, a head-to-head matchup. Now, watch this. The Americans enter the zone at 7:27. And after that, it is about 52, 53 seconds of pure anguish for the Team Canada players as they basically chase the Americans all over the ice, and the Americans do a great job of playing keep away. It just goes on and on and on, and Connor McMichael, Dylan Cousins, Jacob Peltier, as well as Bowen Byram and Jamie Drysdale, a line that almost never spends any time in their own end, spent the better part of a minute playing defense and getting absolutely exhausted until Alex Turcotte, the LA King 5th overall selection, deflects the shot in front of the net and beats Devin Levi. That was a dominant shift for the first line for Team USA against the first line for Canada.
That sequence you just showed, we basically haven't seen that in the entire tournament. First 5-on-5 goal given up, first time they've trailed in the tournament, Craig. They get a TV timeout after that. Same line goes back on for the U.S., and the same thing happens again.
Yeah, you know what USA is doing? They're taking Canada's game right to them, and their defense are keeping the play in at the point. And on the boards, the Canadian forwards have been really weak on the boards, which allows those defensemen for the USA to come down and feel confident that the puck isn't going to go past them. They're going to have to be a lot stronger on the boards, and they're going to have to be a lot better in exiting the zone with speed. It seemed that they were stymied at every turn, where they were looking for lanes, where they were looking to try to generate speed. They just weren't able to do it. A lot of time spent in their own zone, but give the U.S. a lot of credit because they applied pressure on that Canadian defense and on those forwards down the boards.
You're right. The way they handled the puck in their own end, Canada, throughout this tournament and got the puck out was almost art. And do you think they looked nervous at all, or at least more nervous than the States, Craig?
Well, if you want to make a team look nervous, go after them. Don't sit back and say, okay, we're going to play back here. We're going to be careful. The U.S. came out and they went right after Canada. If you're going to play with Canada, give them a taste of their own medicine. And I think the USA did a tremendous job of that. And then we saw some of the nerves, some of the baubles with the puck, and certainly not a crispness in that first period that we've seen from Team Canada in this tournament leading up to here.
You know, and the start for Canada wasn't terrible. They jumped out in a shots on goal advantage to a 7-2 lead. But after taking that 7-2 lead, it was 11-2 the shots on goal in a run right to the end of the period. So time for a regroup for head coach Andre Tourigny and Team Canada, something they haven't really had to do much of in this tournament. The Americans played a good first period.
Right, and we usually only judge power plays by goals, power play percentage. That wasn't a goal, but at least perhaps, as Ray said, some momentum because they generated a bunch of chances. But it's 1-0 for the Americans through one period of play here in the gold medal game of the 2021 World Juniors. Tons more ahead for you on TSN.
You listened to your coach and played like your heroes. But not every game goes your way. From generation to generation, life lessons are passed on. Our moments of understanding and learning connect us. And while some things change, others stay the same. Esso, 80 years supporting hockey.
I can save today, but you can save the world.
This world is not ready for all that you will do.
Wonder Woman 1984, now playing in theaters and on digital retailers.
With our new curbside pickup, you can get your Subway in style. Just download the Subway app and choose curbside pickup. It's like having a valet for your Subway.
Your Majesties, your Subway.
New curbside pickup at participating restaurants.
This is Jan. Jan sometimes visits her neighbor Paul. Paul has COVID-19, but doesn't know it. Jan also takes the bus. So does Mo, who's a frontline worker. So if Paul infected Jan, Jan could infect Mo, who could infect a lot of people. But wait, they all have the COVID Alert app. So Paul tested positive and entered a code in his app, which anonymously alerted Jan. So Jan stayed home and Mo went to work safely. Phew, close call. Help break the chain of infection. A message from the Government of Canada.
Hockey isn't hockey without the assist. The greatest aren't televised or even found on the ice. Without the assist, the game couldn't be played. They bring our teams, communities, and country closer together. They are what makes hockey Canada's game. Kruger Products is committed to assisting minor hockey because we believe no one's hockey dreams should miss a season.
There's a certain kind of person who doesn't take no for an answer. They don't walk in quietly. They parade in, trailblazing, eyebrow raising, status quo breaking. There's a certain kind of person who doesn't wait for greatness. They make it.
Dad, I hit somebody.
Don't tell anyone. I can keep you safe if no one ever hears about it.
I promise you, it's going to be all right.
I don't like what you're up to.
What am I up to? What have you done?
This is it.
The critics agree it's a must-see.
Oh my God.
Big Sky returns January 26th, only on CTV.
Ever dream of winning big? Really big. As Team Canada goes for the win, you can too with the World Juniors Online 50-50. Daily chances to win while giving back to minor hockey in Alberta. Buy your tickets at hockeycanada.ca.
Time now for the World Juniors High Performance, fueled by Gatorade.
Russia in a backhand shot. Here to save. Rebound score! Safarov puts it home, and the Russians take a 1-0 lead. Down to Kibby. After the able to tip it for the score! Mandela gets a stick on it, and the Finns have tied it on. The capital of Siberia. Long point shot, deflected, score! Another tip this time by Mikko Pettman, and the Finns have grabbed the lead. Finland wins it 4-1, and the bronze is there.
The World Juniors high performance fueled by Gatorade. And your tournament scoring leaders also brought to you by Gatorade. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Trevor Zegras and the Americans lead 1-0, and with the assist on the Alex Turcotte goal, Zegras now leads Dylan Cousins by 1 point overall. Cousins still with 2 goals more and leads the tournament goal scoring race, and he's standing by with Ryan Rashad.
Well, Dylan, your team down after the first period. What did you sense on the bench and from your team in the moments that followed giving up that goal?
I think, we were just a little tentative to start. It's a big game. There's a little nerves, and, they came out and they wanted it more that period. So, credit to them. They came out hard, but we know we got more, and we're going to respond.
Finding yourselves pinned in your own zone a little bit, what aren't you doing in your defensive zone to maybe get the puck going the other way?
I think, we're taking it back too much. We just got to chip it out, hunt it down, and just keep things simple. We're trying to make too pretty of plays.
Thanks, Dylan.
Yeah.
Sportlogic helps us track quality scoring chances from that area around the net. The Americans with a 4-3 advantage through one period of play. That red dot signifies the lone goal from Alex Turcotte. Dylan Cousins in Canada with plenty of time left. The second just after this on TSN.
Pressure's way too much, but the diamond starts to show when your prayers get answered. God's plan unfolds. Now don't you forget to make mistakes, lead your way, get some to your roots.
Harvey's is heating up winter with 2 for $6. That's 2 flame-grilled 100% Canadian beef original or veggie burgers, or 1 of each for only $6. Top them just how you like them, with over 20 toppings and sauces. Get 2 for $6 in takeout, drive-thru, or order ahead on the mobile app to pick up and go. Harvey's 2 for $6. Get it now or even later with new late-night hours. Here only until January 24th at Harvey's. It's a beautiful thing.
Wow. Congrats, man.
Coffee?
Sure, thanks. It's a great place. I've been saving, but I'm nowhere near a down payment.
Yeah, my dad set me up a while back investing with Questrade. It was easy. And over time...
A man can only hope.
Dude, come on. Hope is not a plan.
It's time to switch to Questrade. Ranked #1 in investor satisfaction by J.D. Power. Learn more at questrade.com.
By winning Canadian Tire Operation Puck Drop, we've been totally blown away with the rink. We expected a small flooding kit. To have a synthetic ice rink that we can use for a number of years is really exciting.
Canadian Tire launched Operation Puck Drop this year in order to help communities and families get active through the pandemic.
Because I have bilateral hip arthritis, I'm unable to play stand-up hockey, but because of sledge hockey, I'm able to get on the ice with my family and also encourage young sledge hockey players to know that we can be strong like everyone else.
Think prevention with the Prevnar 13 vaccine.
My risk of a potentially serious disease has gone up. That's why I did it.
After 50, ask your doctor, nurse, or pharmacist about Prevnar 13. Don't let the risk of pneumococcal pneumonia ruin your groove.
This is more than a mask. It's a tribute, a celebration, a spark. To fuel the conversation around the women's game, Jane's has commissioned a mask to celebrate the legends of Canadian women's hockey. Because we believe what gets celebrated grows.
Get your Hockey Canada gear at shop.hockeycanada.ca. The largest selection of Hockey Canada gear anywhere. Shop now and get today's special offer. Shop.hockeycanada.ca. A Fanatics experience.
Here's your first period scoring summary. Alex Turcotte gets his third of the tournament. Canada trails for the first time in the tournament. The U.S. outshot Canada 13-9 in that first period. Gord Miller back with Ray Ferraro, and for a long stretch of that first period, the United States controlled play.
After Canada had a leg up early in the game, the United States slowly started to grind their way back into the game. They're pretty much a blue-collar team for the most part. They'll get the puck in and try to forecheck, but it was back-to-back shifts, starting with Matt Boldy, Beniers, and Caulfield, that were in the Canadian zone for quite some time. Boldy with a great scoring chance. They changed, and then the United States was able to get out their top group of Zegras, Turcotte, and Kaliev. And they're going to combine for the only goal of the period as Turcotte gets it inside of Caden Gooley to deflect this by Devin Levi. A strong second part of the period for the United States. Trevor Zegras, of course, part of it now, the leading scorer in the tournament. 30 seconds of possession in the offensive zone, leading all players in that first period.
And the teams will start this second period 5-on-5. There was one power play in the first period. It went to Canada. Turcotte wins the draw back to Hellison. And Hellison fires that down on his horse's Zegras, who packs that high off the glass. Hellison swings it back across. Sanderson fires it wide of the goal. Here's Byram on it. Owen Byram wearing the C. Canada's rotated it through the alternating captains. And Zegras fires that high and wide. Here's Kaliev. He shoots. Levi knocks that away. The U.S. comes right out of the gate with another strong shift. Byram one-hands that to Cousins. He got bashed there by Sanderson. Side of the goal. They score! It's Zegras. And the U.S. leads 2-0. 32 seconds into the period.
There's another 30 seconds of ozone time for Trevor Zegras as the United States immediately gets the puck into the offensive zone. Canada turns it over twice, and this long shot will hit the side of the net. Levi thinks it's going to the other side, but it hits the net, and Zegras quick hands to beat Devin Levi on the short side. A goal and an assist for Levi. Both goals off of this U.S. top line, and it's 2-0. 32 seconds into period two.
Zegras now tied for the U.S. all-time point lead with Jordan Schrader. And here's Harley back with it. Chipped in now by Quinn. Does Canada have a pushback? Jack Quinn looks down to Krebs and Caulfield. And that pass broken up by Harley. Cam York back with it. Two other American players have played on their birthday in this tournament and both scored. Sam Colangelo and Cole Caulfield. York's playing on his birthday today.
After the U.S. defense pinches down on Dylan Cousins, Arthur Kaliev's shot goes wide. Zegras follows to the net and picks up that loose puck. Slick hands, and it's 2-0 U.S.
Picked up by Boldy. Caulfield streaking ahead, and Drysdale knocked that breakaway pass down. Boldy bumped there by Drysdale. Byfield picks up the loose puck and finds Perfetti. Lifts it ahead to Holloway. York looks it high in the air, trying to find Berard, but Berard gets to it. Can't get a shot away. Now Brink with a chance. Bobby Brink back at the point. Johnson plays it across to Thrun. Thrun shoots at the flex wide. Now Johnson drops it back, and that shot goes wide from Berard. Loose at the side of the goal and poked away. U.S. out shooting Canada 14-9 now. Drysdale chops at it. Picked up by Farinacci. A wraparound try. Levi makes the stop. Johnson holds the line. Front in, shoots. That deflected just wide. Brink back on it. U.S. all over Canada here. Back at the line is Johnson. Ryan Johnson shoots. Blocked in front. And Perfetti pokes it into Byfield. He needs a change and heads off.
Quite simply, the U.S. is winning every race to almost every puck.
And now Moynihan off the bench. Knocked out at the side of the goal. Holloway had it stick to his skate. Moynihan centers it. And Perfetti's got it back for Canada. Drops it back to Holloway. Up ahead now for Suzuki. Moynihan out to center ice. That's knocked back to Goulet. Rossi goes to Barrett. Chipped ahead to Tomasino. Will Tomasino lays that in deep. Mercer goes after it. Dawson Mercer. Had it knocked away. And now Sanderson with it. Lead pass chipped in by Brisson. Barrett. Lead pass to Suzuki. Rossi goes to Mercer. Dawson Mercer trying to feed it across. At the line, held by Gooley. And Suzuki was spilled in the offensive zone. Now Tomasino back with it. Rips that down to the American end. Knight had that bounce over his stick. York lifts it. McMichael couldn't knock it down. Tomasino a long shot. And Knight makes the save. Talia knocks that by Harley. Levi plays it across. Schneider up to McMichael back at center ice. Knocked down by Thrun. Now Poldy drops it back for Turcotte. He fires it back for Thrun with a long shot. Bouncing puck goes to Boldy. Boldy tries to steal it. Harley ties him up. And now Turcotte gets loose. Feeds it back in front. Just missed Kaliev. Johnson tees it up. Plays it back across for Thrun. He shoots. That's just wide. And the puck bounces back to center ice. Back goes Thrun with Pelche closing. This has been all Team USA here in the first 4 minutes of the second period. Here they come again as Ryan Johnson, the defenseman, jumps in. Feeds it across. Boldy got tied up. Caulfield couldn't find the handle, and McMichael's got it back. And McMichael chips that ahead. Krebs comes on with Newhook. And Caulfield got bumped along the boards. Here's Harley with it. Across to Goulet. Caulfield digs for it. Goulet plays it around. Krebs waiting for it. Peyton Krebs drops that back to Harley. And the United States is changing. Pass across to Goulet. Snaps that ahead to Krebs. Feeds it an open wing. Newhook slaps at it. Alex Newhook takes a hard bump there. Goulet. Up for Newhook. Chops that ahead. Hellison. And a bounce by him. Sanderson. Banked that by Krebs. Now Gooley on it. It's picked up by Farinacci. Farinacci in, feeds it across, and racing back was Zeri to knock it away from Sanderson. Farinacci shoots. Levi the save. Loose puck in front. Brink can't get a shot away. Kicks it back for Farinacci. Farinacci spins and shoots. That was blocked by Krebs. Zeri's got it back. And Connor Zeri spins back and plays it back to Gooley. Lead pass goes to Newhook. He chips that down. Knight out to play it. Along the boards, knocked down by Holloway. Trying to thread that ahead to Perfetti. It's broken up by Faber. Up Byfield. Knocks that back to Holloway. Shot from the point. That goes wide from Drysdale. Byram steps up. It bounced by him, and now Slaggert and Fly goes in Holloway, but doesn't get there in time. Icing called against the United States.
Andre Tourigny was an assistant last year, and he watched the Canadians deal with all kinds of adversity, including Barrett Hayton's shoulder injury, a suspension to Joe Valeno, and then a comeback in the gold medal game. He said, if you think you're winning this tournament without overcoming adversity, you got another thing coming. Well, here's the first bit of adversity to Canada. Down 2-0 and back on their heels against a super aggressive U.S. team here tonight.
Now Mercer with it. Dawson Mercer. Along the boards. Trying to flip that back for Suzuki. Broken up. Now stolen back by Mercer. Mercer drops it back in the slot. That pass for Tomasino misfired, and Moynihan has it back. Canada lost Captain Kirby Dock in a preseason game against Russia to a broken wrist. Tomasino slides it across. Now Knight puts it back around Zegras. To Kaliev. Jumping in is Turcotte. Harley raises over. And Harley erases that chance for Turcotte. Now Holloway spins back and feeds it across for Schneider. The pass was behind him. Through the middle, the pass ahead to Holloway. In with Perfetti and Byfield. Holloway wraps it around. Drops it off to Schneider. Schneider shoots. That goes through the crease. At the point is Harley. His long shot bounces back in front. Byfield couldn't reach it. And Sanderson lifts it back down the Canadian line. Harley. Ahead to Perfetti. Hold Perfetti. In. Shoots. Whistled that wide. Now Barron holds the line. Barron fires. That's tipped wide by Holloway. Perfetti shoots. Tipped wide by Holloway again.
Terrific shift here to keep the U.S. from completing a pass, from moving the puck up the ice. See if you can duplicate it, get another group out.
Now Perfetti works in with Byfield and Krebs. The pass skipped away from Krebs. Goldie has it back, and here comes Team USA. Beniers along with Caulfield. Beniers stops. Caulfield shoots. He hit that wide. At the line, Johnson couldn't hold it. And now Krebs has it back. Across he goes to Barrett. Justin Barrett. Lines in, fires it down. Canada gets fresh legs on the ice. Knight up on the boards, knocked down by Newhook. It skipped away from him, and Cooley's got it back. Lead pass to Cousins. Krebs comes in the forecheck. Brink has it back. And Bobby Brink with Boldy. Drops it back to him. Boldy sweeps away from Cousins. Farinacci has it. Now Farinacci knocked down by Goulet. Brink walks out and shoots. Saved by Levi. Brink's got it back. Feeds it back to Faber. Faber fires. Goes off the end boards. And now Berard's got it. Being watched there by Newhook. And pokes it free for Cousins. And Cousins up ahead for Krebs. Head back down to the Canadian zone. 8.5 gone here in the second period. Gooley was flushed there by Moynihan. Levi's lost his goal stick. And on Moynihan, bumped by Suzuki. Gooley shovels it to the line, but not out. York holds it. Throws it back behind the goal. Drysdale around to Mercer. Mercer trying to get free, but Slaggert's all over him. At the line, it's finally poked by Faber. And York fires the puck back in and hits the stick of Levi, who quickly retrieves it. Suzuki. Long lead pass for Cousins, but the play is offside at the American line. Trevor Zegras from Bedford, New York. Now the tournament point leader has the U.S. up 2-0.
Do you want to just tie it up a little bit? Oh, yeah.
Now for Gear Up, let's skip the dishes, and the gold medals are ready to be presented. We're giving ours to two young women who are like sisters. Actually, they are sisters. Aislinn Deutsch-Flynn, there's Arden, and her sister Aislinn, who are our senior production manager and senior production coordinator, who have run everything here since we got here like a top. Skip the Dishes, the official food delivery app of Hockey Canada.
There is no problem they don't get dumped on their desk.
Usually from you.
Yes.
Byram looks ahead. Bowen Byram feeds that down. McMichael.
So Cousins has moved off this line. Quinn with McMichael and Pelche here now as Coach Gurney looks for something to change for Canada halfway through this game.
Oh, there's a hit by Pelche. Hammered into Zegras. Centering pass got away from Pelche.
Canada started this game with a 7-2 shot advantage. Since then, 15-3 for the United States.
Now a centering pass knocked away by Quinn. McMichael for Quinn to Byram jumping in. Bowen Byram walks in, drops it back. Pelche couldn't reach that pass. Thrun plays it out. The U.S. counterattacks. Boldy along with Calyat. Boldy walks in and shoots off the stick of Barron. Penalty coming to Canada. And as Byram touches up, the hooking call will go against Canada with 9:57 to go in the period. And the United States, up 2, is going to the man advantage.
Canada number 12, minor penalty for hooking.
Pelche a little rambunctious on that shift. He had to hit on Zegras in the offensive zone, and as the puck turned over, the play came back up the ice, and he's going to get nabbed for hooking. Zegras takes a quick drink of water. The U.S. power play wants him in the middle of it. There's Pelche. There's the hook on Kaliev.
The United States is 9 for 21 on the power play in the tournament. Matthew Boldy leads the way with 3 power play goals. Cole Caulfield has 2 along with Kaliev.
So everything will run through Zegras' hands at one point. He'll be on the top of this right circle. And they have shooters in Caulfield and Kaliev. Boldy will get to the net front. Canada's penalty killing has been really aggressive, really strong in front of the net.
Knocked down by Mercer, away with Suzuki. Dawson Mercer with a rolling puck, flips that down to the American zone. Knight poked at it. Mercer gets back on it. Mercer has a shorthanded goal in the tournament. So does McMichael. Here comes Caulfield. Crossy goes to Zegras. Now they set it up. York. Bumped there by Mercer. Boldy feeds it across to Kaliev. Walks in and shoots. Levi the save. Kaliev on the rebound. And Levi makes the save again.
Those are 2 terrific saves for Levi. Off the rocket shot of Arthur Kaliev. Last night, Kaliev scored the game winner with a bullet over Pirinen's glove. There are 2 shots from point-blank range. He wastes no time with the second. But Levi, again, out into position, never really scrambling, recovers and back to his feet to make this second stop.
Turcotte with a face-off against Krebs. Turcotte wins it. Back at the point is Sanderson to Brisson. Brendan Brisson looks down to Turcotte. He's bumped there by Schneider. Schneider kicks away at it.
That's great work by Schneider. At one point, 3 U.S. forwards surrounding him, and Canada comes over the puck.
Canada shorthanded, fed back inside. Oh, what a chance for Byron with the goalpost. Shorthanded chance, and Byron hit the pipe. Another chance here for Krebs. Can't reach it. He's tied up by Turcotte. Turcotte feeds it just out of the zone.
That all started with unbelievable work in the defensive zone by Braden Schneider.
A 3-on-2 shorthanded, and Byram just missed. 35 seconds to go on the American power play. Zegras back out. Drops it back. Mercer on it. And Zegras bumped there by Barron. And the puck bounces in the American bench, and the face-off will come. The indication was outside. Now the officials conferring.
Here's this work in the corner. There's Schneider inside of 3 U.S. players. Byram helps poke it out, and now he's going to jump into the plate. He takes this sweet little feed from Jack Quinn and then banks it off the goalpost. His backhand deke eludes Spencer Knight. Canada that close to a shorty and having the lead.
The face-off goes to the Canadian zone. Suzuki won it, and Canada clears it down. 20 seconds to go in the American power play. York, the American captain, drops it back for Caulfield. In comes Cole Caulfield. Dooley steps into him. Caulfield back on it. And it's fed back down by Suzuki. The United States with 2 shots on that power play remains a 2-0 lead. Inside 8 to go here in the second period.
Excellent kill. Perhaps a little momentum can be built off that. The McMichael group gets back on the ice here. This time with Byfield out with him. And Perfetti.
Perfetti works his way in. Cole Perfetti shoots, and Knight makes the glove save. 7:39 to go here in the second period. You're watching the gold medal game from Edmonton. Center ice and across the line. Now centering. Yes, score!
When you raise the Chevrolet Good Deeds Cup, you're not just lifting a trophy, you're lifting a community. For 4 years, thousands of young hockey players have inspired us. But our 5th season is different. This year, ideas triumph. We want to hear your good deeds pitch to find the best good deeds yet to be done. What would you do if you won $100,000 for your community? Find details at ChevroletGoodDeedsCup.ca.
We're happy to have past Chevrolet Good Deeds Cup champions represented here with us. This year, we want to hear your good deeds pitch. Visit ChevroletGoodDeedsCup.ca for more details. And there is the World Junior Championship trophy. Canada in the gold medal game for the 18th time since the medal round format began in '96. Byram trying to drop that back. He was tied up. Now Byfield's got it. Shoots from a sharp angle. Knight makes the save. Another chance. Knight kicks that away. Loose puck in front. Byfield shoots. He fired it wide. And Berard knocks it down. Drops that back to Sanderson. Had to Farinacci, slides it down to the Canadian zone. Back goes Byram for it. Leaves it there for Quinn Byfield, the 2nd overall pick in the 2020 NHL draft. He finds Byram. Byram shoots. It's off a stick. Up and out of play.
A couple of close calls for Canada. Byram short-handed, hits the goalpost. And here Quinton Byfield is going to get this rebound. He's got Spencer Knight turned backwards, and he flips it off the end of his stick just wide of the net. The Canadian bench is looking at this scramble, and you see Tourney put his hands up to his head as Byfield cues it wide.
Off the face up. Here's Newhook with it. Newhook digging for it. And Brink to the line, but not out. Kept the line by Schneider. Now knocked down by Johnson. Ahead he goes to Slaggert to Brink. Along with Colangelo. Harley stepped in front of him. Pokes it up there for Cousins. In comes Cousins, and Slaggert lifted his stick. Newhook bats it back in the corner for Cousins. Cousins taken down by Slaggert. At the point, here's Schneider with a long shot. And Knight kicked that out. Colangelo's got it back. And Colangelo up ahead for Brink. And the collision at center ice. Newhook was knocked down. Lead pass for Newhook. Points that ahead for Krebs. In comes Krebs. Schneider jumps in. Schneider holds, shoots. And Knight got just a piece of that. Another chance on the side of the goal for Cousins. He can't reach it. Looked like Knight got the tip of his glove with that chance for Braden Schneider. Lead pass goes to Cousins. And Cousins lifts that down as Canada begins to change. Now knocked down by Peltier. Front. Back to the line, held by Cooley, a long shot. Knight the save, and the rebound bounced away from McMichael. By McMichael. Back for Tomasino. He centers it. And the puck went off the skate of Faber. Caulfield's got it back. Rings it around. Cooley waiting for it. He bats it back in deep.
And now it's Tomasino with McMichael and Peltier.
Peltier plays it in deep for Tomasino. Scored in Canada's first 3 games. Drops it down to McMichael. McMichael pivots back, and Holloway couldn't reach that pass. Beniers with it. Lifts that ahead. The Caulfield got leveled there by Gooley. And then Beniers stepped hard into Tomasino. Tomasino picks up the loose puck. Winds his way in. Drops it back for Holloway. Holloway fans on the chance. Holloway back with it. Drops it off the back of the goal. McMichael around to Byram. Byram winds in. Shoots. Pinballs around in front. Lifted out by Beniers. 5 to go here in the second period. Holloway reaching for it. It's knocked in by Caulfield. Byram. Up for Byfield. 6 members of this Canadian, or 6 members of this Canadian team are on the team last year that fell behind by 2 to the Russians in the gold medal game. That third period comeback. Byram goes back for it, tied up by Kaliev. Kaliev works it free. Taking the pass in front. Byram back with it. Ships it there for Byfield. Away comes Byfield. Just steamrolled over Hellison. Knight just squeezed that by Holloway. Played back down the Canadian zone. Zegras gets there first, being shadowed by Drysdale. Zegras spins, feeds it back in front. Great chance for Hellison. Kicked out by Levi. Drysdale back with it. Kaliev stepped hard into him. Now picked up by Kaliev. Spin to the side of the goal and flip that through the crease. Byfield lifts it softly down to the American zone. Icing waved off as Knight's out to play it. Up ahead for Johnson. And now Gooley goes back for it. Caden Gooley. Up for Harley. Krebs pokes that. Past Johnson. Sanderson goes back, being trailed there by Cousins. Shot down to the Canadian zone. Levi slides it across to Gooley. Newhook spilled his man, Farinacci. Cousins has to wait for Krebs to tag up. In comes Peyton Krebs. Drops it back. It's picked off. Poked away by Berard. In comes Berard with Slider. Berard walks in, holds, shoots. Who fired it wide? Cousins back with it. Snaps the pass ahead to Newhook. In comes Newhook. Back to Krebs. Shoots, and Knight makes the save. Braden Schneider, a great chance to get Canada on the board. And Spencer Knight just gets a piece.
Did you know that 70% of the soils on your clothes are invisible? Under UV light, you see the invisible dirt trapped deep down. Try new Tide Pods Hygienic Clean Heavy Duty. For a deep clean, just toss in a pack. Formulated with 10 concentrated cleaning actives that clean deep down into the fabric to remove invisible dirt. See the difference after being washed with Tide Hygienic Clean. For a deep clean, try Tide Hygienic Clean with a 100% money-back guarantee. If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Scientifically formulated, so you never stop competing. Gatorade.
We're about to win an NBA championship. Back to Rock.
For every NBA moment, there's a flavor on DoorDash.
Canada's defense starting to get into the play a little bit as they try to generate some more, try to get more chances on the net. First it was Bowen Byron shorthanded. Here's Braden Schneider. Comes up from the defense position on this 2-on-1. Makes a nice little hold. And Schneider, who's moved from 22 to 24 to 42 points in his 3 years in Brandon, comes that close to getting Canada on the board.
Off the draw, Suzuki digging for it. Zary plays it back in the corner. Here's York, punched there by Mercer. Drysdale steps up, seals the wall, knocks it down from Mercer. Picked out by Mercer. And Dawson Mercer banks that back. Long shot by Drysdale, kicked out by Knight. Rebound goes to Zary. And now Drysdale, a sharp angle shot. Mercer got a stick on that. Byron sweeps it ahead. Knocks it down for Zary. And Faber plays it around. Up steps Drysdale, keeps it alive again for Mercer. Throws it back in front, out of the reach of Zary, and now brought out by Slaggert. And Slaggert fires that down, knocked away by Levi. Shots are 20-16 in favor of the United States and a 2-0 lead. Mercer feeds out ahead. Suzuki puts it back in front. Great chance for Zary. Stop made by Knight. And the United States net is dislodged as Zary came in.
Man, has Spencer Knight been good tonight. Canada frustrated as they can't find a way to get one behind the 6'3" Spencer Knight. Nice little feed here from Suzuki, and Knight follows, tracks well. Square up, makes the stop on Zary, who's just inside of Trevor Zegras. Stick on the ice, he tries to chip it by Knight, who makes the stop. Since a 4-goal and 12-shot performance pulled in 32 minutes against Russia in the opener, Knight has been exceptional.
In comes McMichael. Scored a night last year in the opening game of the tournament. Knight gave up 5 goals in that game to Canada. 6-4 loss. Now fed back in front. And the pass there by McMichael. Just missed Tomasino. Boldy fires that down the Canadian zone. Quickly on it is Harley. The wall sealed by Beniers. Loses Caulfield behind the goal. Cole Caulfield try to throw it back in front. And McMichael took it away from Beniers. Flips that down. Ellison goes back. And Pelche tries to knock down the clearing attempt. Harley keeps it alive. Here's Sanderson. Rink wide he goes to Boldy. And Boldy had to go high in the air, bouncing puck. He collided hard with Harley, and now Tomasino picks it up. Will Tomasino behind. The goal picked out now by Newhook. Newhook with Cousins and Tomasino the forward line for Canada. And Tomasino now makes his way off the ice. Byram across to Drysdale, back to Byram, shoots, and Knight punches that away. Final minute now of the period. Cousins back to Byram.
Sorry, Gord, the U.S. is gassed here. Hellison is exhausted if they can keep the puck in the zone.
And they can't quite do it. Both back down, and icing waved off as Brink got there first. Bobby Brink throws it back in the slot, walking in. Great chance for Johnson. He whistled that wide. And now Newhook with it. Back to center ice. 30 seconds to go in the period. Brink throws it back in. Here's Levi with it. Levi plays it around, knocked down by Zegras. His centering pass got by Moynihan and back out to center ice. Moynihan for Zegras. Newhook with it. Next down for Krebs. Icing called. 7.5 seconds remaining in the period, and the face-off back in the Canadian zone.
Canada started to have a much better percentage of the flow of play. It's been in the U.S. zone. Spencer Knight has been excellent in this second period. Yet Canada's got nothing to show for it. They gave up that first-minute goal to Trevor Zegras, and what was a 1-0 lead is now 2.
Farinacci for the face-off, but it's won cleanly by Krebs. Byram around to Drysdale. And time will expire here. The United States adds to his lead. Trevor Zegras, the tournament point leader, gets his 7th of this World Junior. Canada and the United States in the gold medal game of the 2021 Junior. Our second admission with James Duffy and Bob McKenzie is coming up.
Find your driving force, your true calling. Find more grit and the power in having power. Find the path less traveled and own it. Find a new challenge to take on. Find new roads. The Chevrolet Silverado.
Wonder and vision. Aren't we a fine pair?
We are an unusual couple, you know.
Oh, I don't think that was ever in question.
Is this really happening?
Wonder, welcome home.
You cheered and sang and celebrated with us here. But in between those moments, the lights go down on our game. For us, playing the game we love is just a part of it. The more important part is being an inspiration to the next generation of young girls with big dreams.
Janes wants to shine a light on the women who make this game great, to celebrate them and give them the attention they deserve. Because we believe what gets celebrated grows.
Ask your doctor about Stellara.
Meet Endy, the one that's proudly Canadian made, the one with thousands of 5-star reviews, and the one chosen best mattress in Canada. Order the Endy mattress today with their biggest sale of the year. On now at endy.com.
It's a great place.
Yeah, my dad set me up a while back investing with Questrade. It was easy, and over time...
A man can only hope.
Dude, hope is not a plan.
Switch to Questrade, ranked #1 in investor satisfaction by J.D. Power.
With our new curbside pickup, you can get your Subway in style. Just download the Subway app and choose curbside pickup. It's like having a valet for your Subway.
Your Majesties, your Subway.
New curbside pickup at participating restaurants.
For more than 80 years, Esso has supported Canadian hockey with programs like the Esso Medals of Achievement, Esso Fun Days, and the Esso Cup through our long-standing partnership with Canada's national teams. Esso, proud premier partner of Hockey Canada.
You heard Jerome McGinley talk about this on the pregame show. The goal of the Hockey Canada Foundation is to help young Canadians experience the power of play. The Assist Fund makes that happen by offering up to $500 in registration subsidies for players and their families. Learn more at hockeycanada.ca. James Duthie, Bob McKenzie, and Craig Button back with your second intermission. We spent a lot of time in the first intermission talking about Canada's issue own end, and does that lead directly to the second goal, Craig?
Yeah, it absolutely does, and it wasn't one giveaway, it was multiple giveaways. It looks like they're going to be able to come out of their zone, and then on the left wing boards, a little flip play back into the middle, gets intercepted, and now the USA goes right on the attack. Back below the cage, they win the battle. They get the puck, they lose the puck again, and then they win it. But Dylan Cousins gets blown up by Jake Sanderson, and then this leads to the Trevor Zegras goal. The Canadian wingers have had a real problem with the U.S. defense coming down the boards in the defensive zone and just taking them right out of the play. It's been a real area that the USA defense have exploited. Led to a goal for Trevor Zegras in that second period.
Puck luck as well. We all remember the TSN camera that prevented the puck over glass last year against Russia. That got a little lucky, hits the camera equipment at the back of the net and goes directly to Zegras. The U.S. power play with those 9 goals so potent could have really ended the game if it was 3-0 there. Instead, Bob, does Canada generate a little momentum from the PK?
Yeah, far too early to call it the TSN turning point, but when Jacob Pelletier took that penalty, you're right. The American power play, which is dynamic, could have gone to work, made it 3-0 and maybe ended the game. But Dawson Mercer and the Canadian penalty killers started to really get something going here, and they started to create a little positive momentum for Team Canada that was in short supply. Now, some of that came from Levi on back-to-back saves from Arthur Kaliev, who can really shoot a puck, the LA King second rounder who plays for the Hamilton Bulldogs in the OHL. But a good job here by Team Canada, winning battles on the wall, playing Trevor Zegras really hard, and taking away time and space on the penalty kill. So a little something to build there, Craig.
And not only on the penalty kill, but Bowen Byram took this second period into his hands. He was assertive, he initiated, and one of those great opportunities was on a shorthanded chance on that power play you just talked about. Really good move here, ends up hitting the post. But Byram was initiating plays. He wanted the puck. You could just see that he said, jump on my back. I'm the captain tonight, and I need to do everything I can. Just follow me. He was everywhere, and I don't expect it to be any different in the third period. Bowen Byram not only has that initiative and that mindset, he's got an iron lung. He could play 10 minutes or more in the third period.
And nothing to show for it on the scoreboard, but in the back half of that period, Canada did start to generate a few more chances. The problem they were starting to run into, though, is Spencer Knight and then the American net was very sharp, but multiple opportunities where they came in and at least they started to play the game in the American end. You can see they're building some confidence, but by the same token, they still find themselves down 2-0 going into the third period here.
And we remember last year in the gold medal game, Russia led Canada by 2 goals in the third period. We all know what happened there. Canada 3 straight to win the gold. They will have to perform the replay here in the bubble in Edmonton. Down 2. Third coming up.
You listened to your coach and played like your heroes. But not every game goes your way. From generation to generation, life lessons are passed on. Our moments of understanding and learning connect us. And while some things change, others stay the same. Esso, 80 years supporting hockey.
Tenet, if you haven't seen it, the time is now. Oh. It's groundbreaking, a delirious ride. Wow. Tenet, own it on 4K and digital, in theaters now.
excited or are you scared?
Yeah.
It'll be okay.
Still fresh.
Unstoppable. Skin Wash Scent Booster.
Downy Unstoppables.
While we were out, my husband John had the common signs of a heart attack. Chest pain, sweating, nausea. We called 911 and he chewed 2 aspirin 81.
If you think you're having a heart attack, call 911, then chew 2 aspirin 81 milligrams. It may help save your life.
Hockey isn't hockey without the assist. The greatest aren't televised or even found on the ice. Without the assist, the game couldn't be played. They bring our teams, communities, and country closer together. They are what makes hockey Canada's game. Kruger Products is committed to assisting minor hockey because we believe no one's hockey dreams should miss a season.
I woke up next to a dead man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your attention and welcome aboard.
Welcome to the Masked Dancer.
Who are you?
Get into an all-new Masked Dancer. Wednesday at 8, 9 Mountain, only on CTV. Then stream anytime on the all-new CTV.ca and CTV app.
Character, integrity, respect. If we bring good sportsmanship on and off the ice, we can help end bullying.
Well, this has been a running storyline the entire tournament, but this tops it. The 50-50. You have to be in Alberta to win it. $15 million, almost $15.5 million so far, and the night is not done just yet. Throughout this hockey tournament, Tom Rennie sat just above us, taking notes, copious notes throughout the tournament. Always the coach. Now he's going to pretend right in front of us as we beam him up. Well, let's get the coach in you first. Evaluate what happened in those first 40 minutes.
I liked our start, and then we started to play not to lose, and that's fatal, obviously. But we certainly hung in there well enough to make sure that our power play got us some momentum. There's something to like there. In the second period, and they scored late. And I think in coming out in the second period, get a goal right away, maybe would have buckled, I guess, lesser teams. But we stuck with it and battled through that. Started to create some momentum, had some territorial play, had a great penalty kill. I think we've got enough to build on there, and the big thing for us is to make sure that we don't deviate from the game plan, but you have to work harder longer than your opponent.
You're the CEO of Hockey Canada, and yet when Kirby Dach injured his wrist on December 23rd, you went with him to hospital, even though that meant 4 more days in quarantine. Why was that important to you?
Lots of reasons. Number one, it's a good young man that's been hurt badly. He's the leader of our hockey club. I think it sent a real message to the rest of the team, that this is that important, quite honestly. And to be honest, I think probably I was the most dispensable person.
You've expressed concern about the mental health of young hockey players not being able to play this year. What can Hockey Canada do about that?
For me, James, a lot. We can certainly suggest to athletes and families and whatnot that are struggling to reach out and look for help. At the end of the day, Hockey Canada has to make sure through their coaching certification programs, through their officiating programs, through the building of the adults in the game, to create a culture that is one that's all-inclusive, that allows players to express themselves, that creates a culture whereby you can go out and be yourself, play hard, have fun, and not be judged by it. But really, at the end of the day, it is about the culture. As much as that's a cliche, that's where the change has to happen. That's where we can start to feel the freedom to be ourselves and push the envelope and be extraordinary.
Well said. Best of luck to Team Canada in the third.
Thanks very much, James. Appreciate it.
Tom Rennie, the Chief Executive Officer of Hockey Canada. We, as always, are tracking the quality scoring opportunities from our friends at Sport Logic. that we've seen during this hockey game from that area around the net where most goals are generated. The Americans continue to lead. In fact, they've doubled Canada 10-5 and 2 goals on the board, signified by those red dots. Can Canada mount another gold medal game comeback? We'll find out right after this on TSN.
Lunch is worth taking with new Tim's Cravables. 100% Canadian seasoned beef naturally smoked, or crispy seasoned chicken breast with creamy barbecue sauce. Try both for just $3.99 each and start loving lunch again.
Gatorade, with electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat, carbs to help fuel your working muscles, and fluids to help you hydrate. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Gatorade.
This is Jan. Jan sometimes visits her neighbor Paul. Paul has COVID-19, but doesn't know it. Jan also takes the bus. So does Mo, who's a frontline worker. So if Paul infected Jan, Jan could infect Mo, who could infect a lot of people. But wait, they all have the COVID Alert app. So Paul tested positive and entered a code in his app, which anonymously alerted Jan. So Jan stayed home and Mo went to work safely. Phew, close call. Help break the chain of infection. A message from the Government of Canada.
Charlie's my sidekick when it comes to projects around the house. But every once in a while, she disappears on me.
Dad!
You are so fast.
I discovered a new land with magical creatures.
Was it under the porch?
Yep.
Ugh, I'll never see everything she sees. That's why we use new Tide Hygienic Clean. It gets between fibers to remove visible and invisible dirt.
Hey, Dad! I discovered an aquatic kingdom!
If it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide.
Welcome to the Flavorhood. Hey, if you need me, call me. If you need me, call me. No matter where you are, no matter how far. Just call my name, I'll be there in a hurry. You don't have to worry. Ain't no mountain high enough. Ain't no valley low enough. No, keep me from getting too big.
Road's closed. Is that the law?
News of the World is certified fresh, and the movie critics are calling a towering piece of movie making is coming home.
You can't have her! I'm taking her home!
News of the World, on demand January 15th. Go to watchnewsoftheworld.ca.
Here's a summary through 2 periods of play. Trevor Zegras gets his 7th of the tournament, the point leader in this event. It's a 2-0 U.S. lead. The shot's 20-19 in favor of the United States. Gordon Miller back here with Ray Ferraro. We knew before the tournament that Canada's defense would be a strong point jumping into the play.
But they really haven't needed it up to this point where really they've controlled every game that they've been in. But in that second period, as Canada started to press, it looked like they started to get their legs a little bit more. The D was into the play. Schneider and Byram in particular. Byram hits the goalpost short-handed. He started to jump into the play to be a little more on the attack mode. 15 minutes for Byram in that period. I suspect he's going to be out there 10 in this third period. Schneider denied on probably their best chance of the period, and then late, Jamie Drysdale goes across to Dawson Mercer. They can't sell the farm here and have guys running all over the place. You don't want to give up the third one to take yourself out of the game, but look for Canada's defense, in particular Byram and Drysdale, to get themselves up in a support role, Byram's case, to be a lead dog in this third period.
Byram for Drysdale. As you mentioned, Byram with 15 minutes of ice time through 2. Cousins chips that down. Back goes Sanderson. Ellison reaches for it. And jumping in is Byram to keep it alive. Ellison being harassed there by Newhook. And Ellison pivoted away from him. A good pass ahead for Turcotte. Cousins has lost his stick. Zegras works it on Drysdale. Zegras in, shoots, ripped that high. That's Zegras, the Anaheim pick from 2019 on Drysdale. The Anaheim first-round pick in 2020. Byram shoots. Knight makes the save. Ellison back on it. And Byram holds the line. Now he lost it for a moment. Taps it back to Perfetti. Cole Perfetti jumps in for Canada. Drops it off to McMichael. He scored a big third-period goal in the gold medal game last year. Schneider a long shot. And Knight makes the save. And for Canadian families, it's nervous time. Clinton Byfield looking on. Mike Cousins. The Byrams. Hunter McMichael's brother, John, and his girlfriend. And the family. The rest of McMichael's looking on. Thanks for letting us into your homes. And thanks to all of you across the country who have joined us this holiday season for this, hopefully, once-in-a-lifetime World Junior. Let's hope next year this building is full and we can hear you all. Beniers lays that ahead. Now Boldy comes on it. Schneider knocked that away. And not Boldy, stick out of his hand. Rink wide pass to Perfetti. In comes Cole Perfetti, shot. Knight the save. The rebound picked up by Beniers. Matt Beniers. Out at center ice. Rink wide he goes. Caulfield's got a step in. Shoots. And Levi knocks that away. Perfetti. Rink wide to Harley. Pokes it ahead. Peltier flips that down. And now Boldy. Moves that by Harley. Schneider fires it right back in. Fifth all-time gold medal meeting between Canada and the U.S. at the World Junior Championship. Canada won the first one in 1997. The United States has won the last 3. In 2004 in Helsinki, in 2010 in Saskatoon, and in 2017 in Montreal. Berard got his helmet knocked off in a center ice collision. And back goes Gooley for it, along with Barron. Brink scrambled back. Now Bobby Brink pulls it free. For Brisson, he's taken down by Byfield. Zary reaching for it. Up ahead for Holloway. In comes Dylan Holloway. Drops it off to Byfield. Shoots, and Knight makes the save. There's no rebound. Zary gets thrown down in front.
Holloway will open up some room for Byfield. Another good save for Knight. He gets a clean look and he freezes the puck for the whistle. Caulfield can really shoot it. He tries to go top blocker on Devin Levi, who makes the blocker stop, pushes it to the corner.
Cousins, Newhook, Krebs the forward line. Now Cousins along with Krebs digging for it. Cousins pulls it free. Back he goes. Byram is shot and ramps off a stick. Up and out of play. The United States trying to win the gold medal for the 4th time since 2010. 15 members of this American team are products of the National Team Development Program, headquartered in suburban Detroit. Originally Ann Arbor, now Plymouth. They play together on an under-17 team, then an under-18 team.
They've not had a lot of success, their 0-1 group. It's been a point of discussion, but they feel like they've added some players from outside the development program that have supplemented this group. They've kind of got better as the tournament's rolled along here. A little more firm, a little more aggressive. Their goaltending has been better. They went through a stretch where they had back-to-back shutouts. Actually, 3 shutouts in a row against Austria, the Czech Republic, and then Sweden on New Year's Eve.
Here comes Zegras, fires it down. And it plays offside at the Canadian line. Nate Lehman, the head coach of Team USA, was twice an assistant for this team and suffered 2 bitter defeats to Canada. In 07, the semifinal, the famous shootout. Carey Price and Jonathan Toews for Canada beat Team USA. And then in 09, the New Year's Eve game, Well, the United States took a 3-0 lead, and Canada came storming back. And the U.S. lost its next game in the quarterfinals to Slovakia, a stunning upset. And now icing called against the Canadians, who are trying for their 4th gold medal in 7 years. But a tough test now, down 2-0 to Team USA, 3 minutes into this 3rd period. We have had some fantastic finishes between these two, and a quick chance for Berard. Stopped there by Levi. Faber plays it back in. Dooley out to center for Mercer. Up for Suzuki. Chomp set by Faber, and Knight out to play it. York brings it around. Long shoot, and Knight to save. Rebound, flipped wide by Mercer. Now Suzuki. Alice will lose puck. Mercer comes in as well. And back goes York for it, the American captain. Ooh, high off the glass. That was about an inch below the edge of the glass. An icing called against the United States.
Operation Puck Drop was created to bring hockey back to communities, families, and neighborhoods that have felt the impacts of the pandemic. To see more of the stories, visit operationpuckdrop.ca.
Canada comes close here. Mercer a deflection, and then a rebound try wide of the goal. McMichael on the ice with Perfetti, and Pelche is time for one of the older guys to spark something here. You got three returnees on the ice: Drysdale, Byram, and McMichaels.
In comes Perfetti with it. Drops it back to Pelche with a shot that goes off the skate of front. Perfetti to Pelche. Back at the point is Byram. Pelche leaves it there for Perfetti. Throws that in the corner. McMichael goes hunting for it. Loose puck at the side of the goal. Poke back for Pelche. And Johnson settles it down. Picked up now by Byfield. Byfield moves in. Goldie. Puts it back down to the Canadian zone. Shot down by Schneider across to Harley. 4.5 gone here in the period. Lead pass for Zeri missed. And icing waved off as Henderson goes back, stolen by Byfield. Zeri couldn't quite reach it. Now Harley's got Brinkin behind him. And Harley takes that away. Zeri gets bumped. A sharp angle. It's fired wide by Swigert. Now Berard plays it back in deep. Brink back at the point is Hellison. Feeds across to Sanderson. Lots of traffic back over to Hellison. Sanderson shoots, and that hit a leg in front. Armin Schneider who blocked that. Here's Zeri back with it. End of a long shift for him. Gains center ice, fires it down. Knight rings it around. Zeri knocks it down. Now Zeri retreats to the bench. Newhook picks it up. Plays it off the back of the net. And Hellison has it back. Sanderson back for it. Knocked down by Barrett. Newhook. Long shot blocked in front by Sanderson. Loose puck. Cousins shoots. He puts it wide. Cousins back on it. To the point he goes to Gooley. Gave Gooley a shot that was blocked by Brink, and the American bench erupts at that shot block. Barrett. Up ahead for Krebs, and Knight will freeze that.
Well, good pressure again for Canada. Cousins with a chance that wobbles right when he shoots it, and it goes up over the blocker. Gooley's shot is going to get right to the front of the net, or right to the front, traffic in front, and Brink gets out dead tired at the end of the shift, and Brink makes the block. The puck's out of the zone, and he can get to the bench to grab his breath here.
Byram had that poke by him by Kaliev. Byram stays on it. Now it's picked up by Zegras. Zegras rings that back to Faber at the point. Faber, his shot goes off a stick and wide. Kaliev reaching for it. That's taken away by Mercer. Lifts it back at the line. Fed back in by Zegras. Drysdale bumping there with Kaliev. Tomasino waiting for it. And Tomasino outlets for Byram, who's jumped in along with Mercer. Byram flips it across for Mercer. That's broken up. And an injured player, Turcotte for the U.S. Had a hard fall in the Canadian zone and makes his way off the ice.
Now, he was on the limp as soon as he hit the ice, slow to his feet. Alex Turcotte, who scored the first U.S. goal, getting some attention at the U.S. bench. He's in considerable pain.
Johnson, lead pass goes off the stick of Slaggert. Up and out of play. 13:09 to go in the third. The United States with a 2-0 lead here in Edmonton.
Winning Canadian Tire's Operation Puck Drop, we received this amazing rink. It's just more than we could have imagined. It's awesome for them to have a safe space to play.
I think we're going to be out here a lot this winter.
With the pandemic, so many programs are on pause, and this will allow our young people to be back on the ice.
It's important for the girls to develop those friendships in the community, learn teamwork. All of those skills will help them develop as players and people.
Wow. Congrats, man.
Coffee?
Sure, thanks. It's a great place. I've been saving, but I'm nowhere near a down payment.
Yeah, my dad set me up a while back investing with Questrade. It was easy. And over time...
A man can only hope.
Dude, come on. Hope is not a plan.
It's time to switch to Questrade. Ranked #1 in investor satisfaction by J.D. Power. Learn more at questrade.com.
Time now for the Gatorade shift of the game.
In the first period, Canada started strong before the U.S. started to grind and get some chances. Puck, 2 shifts in a row in the Canadian zone before Alex Turcotte deflected Drew Hellison's shot, and a 1-0 lead.
Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel. And you see everyone here wearing masks. We want to take a moment to thank all the frontline workers, first responders across the country for all you did in 2020 or are doing in 2021. You are true Canadian heroes. Brisson, tied up there by Schneider. Harley plays around, kicked out by Slaggert. Moynihan tried to center it. That bank back. Cousins got a stick on that. Poked it away from Johnson. The race for it now as Johnson goes back. Squeezed by Newhook. And Brisson sends that rink wide. Lead pass, chipped in by Newhook, knocked down by Sanderson. Crisp pass ahead to Boldy. In with Caulfield. That's knocked away by Harley. Back comes Cousins the other way with Newhook. Dylan Cousins works in. Cousins walks in and shoots. He fired it wide. Out the other side, Beniers with it. And Beniers crunched there by Drysdale. Byram, long lead pass, trying to find Byfield. He missed it. Icing call.
Turcotte's going to give it a go and get back on the ice. You see him gingerly jumping on the ice. He's in this play, and right here, kind of an awkward fall. He's on the hobble back to the U.S. bench. We'll see how he fares on this shift.
Can we just say how great the flags are on the skates? I'm glad Turcotte's feeling better, but those skates are fantastic.
They look unbelievable.
This has been a remarkable tournament in a number of ways. Of course, the conditions under which it's been played. As Byfield moves in. Byfield with a chance now. Put off the puck by York. Holloway spins out, drops it down. Byfield fires that through the crease. Here's Quinn. Byram was teed up for a shot. Now Byram throws it back to Drysdale. Jamie Drysdale shoots. That goes high and wide. Byram back on it. Bounces it back to Quinn. Quinn spins away from Kaliak. Back down to Byfield. At the point, Byram steps up. Chops it across to Drysdale. Drysdale lays it back in deep for Holloway. Holloway, a centering pass. Now Quinn. Crisscrossing with Drysdale. Quinn off the top, shoots. Goes off the stick of Faber back in the corner. Loose puck to Byfield. Drysdale knocks it down. Across he goes to Byram. Walks in and shoots. That just missed far side. And Drysdale has it bounced by him. Byram calls for a quick up. Here it comes. Perfetti winds in. Canada changing his Perfetti. Backhands it high off the glass. Knight for York. And Perfetti steps into him. Barron plays it back in. Perfetti to the line for goalie. Goulia's shot that was blocked. It's another chance, and Knight gloves that.
All that work, all that energy, all that effort, and Canada can't get the puck into the middle of the ice. The U.S. is doing a really strong job of protecting the middle of the ice in front of Spencer Knight. Maybe 5 feet to each side of the net, straight up into the slot. It's just like a traffic jam in there. They can't get in. The U.S. defense doing an excellent job of boxing the Canadian forwards out.
Off the face-off win. Goulia shot. At the sign of the goal, Goulia plays it around. Here's McMichael. Feeds it back in front. Just missed Suzuki with that. Tomasino to Suzuki. At the line is Barron. Justin Barron, a shot tipped in front. McMichael put it wide. Along the boards, here's Farinacci. Rink wide, he goes for Berard. Brett Berard moves in. Taken down by Barron. Goulia gets to it. Leaves it there for Tomasino, and Phil Tomasino winds out. Tomasino's got Barron with him jumping in. And now Barron peels off on a change. Tomasino around for Suzuki. McMichael in the high slot. They go back the other way. Picked off by Flund. And it bounces past Schneider and back down as Harley goes back to pick it up. 9.5 to go in the third period. Both teams complete a change as Harley waits. And Cousins comes over the boards with Newhook. And Krebs. Cousins. Bangs out ahead. Hellison knocks it right back to center. Picked up by Harley. Rossi goes to Krebs. Cousins tags up, not in time. And the play is offside. It's the 2021 World Junior Hockey Championship. Canada against the United States. Lead in the third.
Your heart says live for today, but your head says save for tomorrow. With Advice Plus, we can help you balance both. We'll work together so you can enjoy life today while saving for your long-term goals tomorrow. Because your head is right, investing for the future is important, but your heart is right about enjoying today too. It all starts with a simple conversation. Advice Plus, only from Scotiabank.
You are ahead by a century.
With our new curbside pickup, you can get your Subway in style. Just download the Subway app and choose curbside pickup. It's like having a valet for your Subway.
Your Majesties, your Subway.
New curbside pickup at participating restaurants.
People say at Napa Auto Pro we do suspension, brakes and tires, regular maintenance, seasonal maintenance, overdue maintenance, always with a smile and a 24-month warranty. It's true.
Napa Auto Pro.
It's true.
Closed captioning of the 2021 World Junior Hockey Championship is proudly delivered to you by DoorDash. Get $0 delivery for your first month. Delicious delivery.
All right.
Cole Caulfield.
A couple of University of Wisconsin teammates.
More than a few here. Lots to talk about the second half of the year. 6 Americans haven't played this year. Only 5 Canadians have played for their club teams this year. And still not clear when junior hockey will resume or begin in the Western Hockey League and the Ontario League. Back of the line, one back to Byram. Drives down a long shot. That goes wide. Cousins back on it. Cousins tied up by Sanderson. When Cousins taken down, the puck still loose for Krebs. Cousins reaching for it. Caulfield's got it back. Banks it by Byram. And Byram swings back for it. Lead pass for Newhook. In comes Newhook. At the line, held by Drysdale. Looks ahead for Newhook, and the bouncing puck goes down to Bolden. Cousins reaching for it. Krebs comes in. Krebs battling for it. Now drop back. Cousins a shot. Deflected in front. Newhook reaching for it. Newhook sends it back in. And Krebs fires. The stick of Hellison hit the crossbar. Knight retrieves his. It was like a yard sale in the U.S. crease.
All over the place in the blue paint, and somehow the puck stays out.
for it. Ian Drysdale logging major minutes here in the third period, as you suggested. And now Perfetti works in. Looks down to Peltier, pokes it around to McMichael. McMichael banks it back, but Turcotte's waiting there. Canada's D was changing. Break for Turcotte into the linesman. Now the bouncing puck scooped up by Harley. Americans are changing. In comes Perfetti. Perfetti drops it back to Harley. Harley sends it back in. A chance for McMichael. He knocked it wide.
That defense is going to have to be more engaged now. That chance was generated by Harley jumping into the play.
Johnson picks it up. Canada changing as Johnson fires it down to the Canadian zone. Levi back for it. Harley plays it around. Schneider. Up ahead for Mercer. In comes Dawson Mercer. Pivots back. Mercer shovels it across. Schneider. Peels back in the corner. Now Schneider in deep works it free. For Mercer, that was broken up as Sanderson got in the way. Now Slaggert. Bumped there by Cooley. Sends it down to the Canadian zone. And Levi leaves it there for Schneider. Lead pass for Mercer. A spinning puck at the line. Mercer gets to it. Knocked away. Boldy's got it back. And Matthew Boldy plays it back down. Barron puts it up in the air. Glove down by Suzuki. For Mercer. Dawson Mercer off the end boards. Comes out the other side. Faber knocks that by Suzuki. Beniers works out. What a player he's been. Spins Gooley around. Beniers drops it back. Caulfield in, shoots. He fired it wide. Now fed back in front. Barron settles it down. Lead pass for Newhook. Inside 6 to go in the third. Krebs walks in. Backhands it in front. Picked off by Johnson. Now Drysdale retreats as Caulfield moves in on him. Lead pass by Drysdale to Krebs. Throws that rink wide. In comes Newhook for it. Newhook pivots back. Feeds it back. Byram a shot. Knight save. Rebound. Loose in front. They battle away for it. And Knight's got it. Spencer Knight terrific in the American goal. 5:31 to go in the third period of the gold medal game here in Edmonton.
2017, the Glace Bay Miners raised the Chevrolet Good Deeds Cup after bringing joy to a nursing home. But this year, ideas triumph. Tell us what you would do with $100,000 for your community.
Go ahead, live your best life. Go ahead, live your best life. Best life, best life. Every day I'm gonna celebrate, even when it's not that sweet.
You're going to miss the award show.
Oh, Brandon, I don't care about awards. I'm all about rewards now.
But you won.
Tell me about it. These were free.
Wow.
Introducing Skip Rewards. Earn points on every order with Skip the Dishes.
In 2018, the Paw Huskies raised the Chevrolet Good Deeds Cup after saving a local community shelter from closing. But this year, ideas triumph. Tell us what you would do with $100,000 for your community.
Here are the silver medals that will be presented tonight and the gold. By the way, both team captains will make the presentations. That's one of the protocols that's been put in place here. Canada has faced the United States in 4 previous gold medal games. 1 and 3 is the record. The United States has won the last 3. Most recently in 2017, a classic shootout game in Montreal. Face off now in the American zone. McMichael against Turcotte.
Cousins back with McMichael. They've been apart here for about a period and a bit. Now just 5.5 minutes left and they're together.
Levi flips it ahead to Cousins. McMichael lost a glove. Cousins moves in with Krebs. Now McMichael late into the play. Drysdale shoots. Knight kicks that away. Byron back on it. He's in deep. And Moynihan's got it. Outlets for Zegras. Zegras played here 10 years ago in the Brick Tournament.
Here he is back. 5 minutes away from a gold medal here.
Tournament for 10-year-olds is played here at Edmonton. And Drysdale back with it. Inside 5 to go in the third. Beniers knocks down Holloway. Boldy goes to it. Fed back in deep. Beniers drops it back to York. And Beniers holds. Centers it. Batting for it is Boldy. Quinn's got it back. Jack Quinn lifts it high in the air. Glove down by Holloway. And Faber takes that away. Off the glass to center ice and knocked down by Byram. Byram, a lead pass for Quinn. Jack Quinn works in, shoots. That's knocked away by York. Holloway with it. Now fed rink wide to Boldy. Byram spins away from Brink. Now Byram moves around Farinacci. Falls, and Levi back to pick it up. Schneider up along the boards. Shoots it ahead to Byfield. Rink wide pass goes to Schneider. Braden Schneider pokes that down to the American zone. Knight rings it around. Knocked down by Schneider. Throws that to Pelche. Taken away by Johnson. Now Schneider a long shot. A skipping puck is stopped by Knight. Well, since April of 2018, we've remembered the Humboldt Broncos, and that blanket honoring the victims of that crash has been behind the Canadian bench at every game as a reminder of those who lost their lives. And will continue to do so. Remember them and honor them. Face-off was won there by Turcotte. Zegras knocks it down. Plays it rink wide. Turcotte moves in. Turcotte drops it back to Zegras. Zegras backhands it back in front. Bouncing puck. Turcotte couldn't get a shot away. Coming up on 3 to go here in the period. Turcotte winds in, bumps into Zegras. The puck comes loose. Poke ahead to chance now for McMichael. Connor McMichael in. Stopped by Knight. And Knight collides there with the defenseman Hellison. And the net comes off. The face-off will be in the American zone, but Connor McMichael misses on the break.
A mix-up at the offensive blue line. And the Americans gift wrap a chance as Turcotte and Hellison get all mixed up. But Hellison gets on his horse to force McMichael tight to Spencer Knight, who keeps the puck out of the net. McMichael's father has a close look jumping off the couch, but the puck won't go.
Levi remains in the Canadian goal. The puck skips by Byram. And Byram drops it back to Drysdale. Jamie Drysdale, a gold medalist last year, eligible to return next year for Canada. Byram knocks it down. Lays it back in deep to Byfield. Clinton Byfield. Holloway with a chance now. Holloway to Zary. Zary banks it back to Drysdale. Drysdale down to Zary. Zary lifts out ahead. A chance for Holloway. The pad saved by Knight.
I don't know that Knight saw that. He knew he had to shoot it, or he knew the shot was coming, and he made a great pad stop.
Levi goes to the bench. The extra skater comes on. It's Newhook. A long shot deflected wide. 6-on-5 now for Canada. Beniers looks up to the line, but not out. Holloway lost a broken stick. Jam play at the side of the goal. Zary on it. Knight is down, and Zary can't pull it free. And some hard words there for referee Carter Sandlak from Connor Zary.
Outstanding pressure. Drysdale shot. 2 chances for Zary, and Spencer Knight legs strong on the post to make the save. Here's the Holloway shot. That's a late reaction. He picks it up super late and makes the pad stop as Andre Tourigny can only watch. I think the story of this game for 58 minutes has been the amount of time that the American defense has been able to keep Canada to the outside in the offensive zone. Very few times have we seen a chance like that, Gord, where there has been a shot, a rebound, and a pressure play at the net.
2:08 to go. Levi is at the hash marks, waiting to see who wins the draw. Cousins will take it.
If Cousins wins this draw, Levi's gone.
Scramble draw. Cousins reaching for it. At the line is Byram. Bounce off his stick and out. Levi was going, now has to retreat as McMichael picks it up with less than 2 to go here in the third period. Byram winds his way out. Drops it back to McMichael. McMichael's lead pass knocked down by Brink. And McMichael gathers it back up. Lead pass for Byram. Knight poked that away from the on-rushing Krebs. Levi goes back to the bench. Perfetti comes on for Canada. In the corner is Krebs. Centering pass was knocked down at the line. Here's Perfetti to Byram. Krebs throws it back in front. Bouncing puck. Perfetti's got it. Back for Byram to Perfetti. Cole Perfetti is looking for the stick of Cousins. Doesn't get it. And the puck goes by Byram. Back out to the Canadian line. Quick lead pass for Perfetti. The U.S. is changing. Perfetti swings it back in deep for Newhook. Newhook throws it back in front. That's knocked away by Sanderson. Krebs on it. Loose puck to Boldy. Banks it ahead. Net empty. Moynihan tied up by Byram. Byram takes it away. Inside a minute to go in the third period. Byram spins back. Long lead pass for Byfield. And the bouncing puck goes the line to Byram. Looks for Krebs. Krebs feeds it down. Perfetti in, shoots. That's blocked. And Boldy back on it. Off the back of the net. Byfield reaching for it. 30 seconds to go in the period. Tomasino reaches for it. Krebs on it. And the United States keeps them to the outside. Inside 20 seconds to go. Krebs reaching for it. Backhanded up by Moynihan. And an empty net chance. And Farinacci puts it out the side of the net. But that's going to do it. The United States plays a near perfect game. And knocks off Canada in Edmonton. The United States wins the World Junior Hockey Championship. And Nate Lehman gets his revenge on those two hard losses in 07 and 09.
After an opening 5-3 loss to Russia, the United States wins 6 straight games, 4 of them by shutout.
And Spencer gets 3 of those shutouts to tie the tournament record, which Devin Levi also equaled in Canada's win over Russia.
Gord, I said with a couple of minutes left, to me the story of the game was the way that the high-powered Canadian offense was not able to get into the middle of the ice against the United States. Their defensemen, the U.S., did an amazing job of boxing out, keeping Canada's forwards just outside of the slot. The shots that they gave out, for the most part, were seen by Spencer Knight, controlled by Spencer Knight. And the 2 goals, Turcotte in the first period and then Zegras in the first minute of the second period, held up.
And for Captain Cam York on his 20th birthday, he will hand out the medals to his teammates. This is the 4th gold medal for Team USA in the last 12 years, 2010, 2013, 2017, and now 2021.
For Team Canada, 52 days they've been at this. From the quarantines to the camp suspended, quarantine again. To come this far and to watch the Americans celebrate at the other end of the ice with their gold medal. And the U.S. went through their own trials and tribulations. They did not have Nick Robertson available from the Toronto Maple Leafs. They lost 3 players to positive COVID tests right before the tournament. They took an unconventional roster of 9 defensemen here because, as John Van Beesbroek, the manager of the U.S., said, it was not ideal, but they put that behind them, and they'll win the gold medal, Canada the silver, and Finland the bronze.
By the way, you'll see some differences in the post-game ceremonies here.
From Team Finland,
here is
number
the
7,
tournament all-star teams. Topi Niemela named the top defenseman of the tournament. The top forward is Tim Stützle from Germany. This is selected by the directorate. Here is Ryan Rishaug with Spencer Knight.
All right, thank you, Spencer. Incredible performance here in the gold medal game. You knew what you were facing with Canada's potent offense. What do you think you did so well today?
Well, I mean, you know, no one person can win a game on their own. And, you know, our whole team battled so hard. We battled so hard from start to finish. And every time we went into the locker room, we had so much, energy going. And, I was so proud of the guys. We stuck to our game plan, played hard, played selfless. And, that's the key.
This tournament didn't start for you the way that you would have liked. How much redemption is there in this for you personally to come back, play the way you did after that first game, and get the shutout here tonight?
Yeah, personally, I don't care about anything personal. It's a team sport. And, we didn't play our best in the first game. We battled back. And after that game, that was it. We just hit the ground running after that.
This has been a unique journey for all of these teams. I know your team as well. Just maybe take us through the process of what this has meant.
This is awesome. I played with so many of these guys for so long. And we battled so hard. And it just feels so good. A lot of guys in our NTP teams last little game together. But, I mean...
We'll let you go celebrate, bud. Great job. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Spencer Knight's last 5 games, 5-0, a .964 save percentage with 3 shutouts. So there'll be no post-game handshakes. The captains and the general managers will present the medals to their teams. The tournament MVP is Trevor Zegras. Now the presentations of the players of the game and the medals.
The best players of each team is presented by Explore Edmonton, the visitor economy and venue management organization for the city. Each winner will be awarded with a custom wallet from local maker, Close General Leather Company. Recipients will receive their award after they exit the ice. The best player of Team Canada est le numéro 4, number 4, Bowen Byram. The best player of Team USA est le numéro 30, number 30, Spencer Knight. And now, please welcome Luc Tardif and Frank Gonzalez, IIHF tournament chairs, to present the officials of the gold medal game with their commemorative awards.
It was all Canadian officials at this year's World Junior because of the circumstances.
Olivier Gouin,
I think the response was
Carter Sandlap,
pretty positive.
Nathan Van Oosten, and Jonathan Deschamps.
And they too were in the bubble with us the whole time. And a shout out to the organizers here in Edmonton who kept that bubble tight and ran it very efficiently. Let's hope we never do it again.
We would now like to invite Team Canada captain Bowen Byram and Senior Vice President of National Teams Scott Salmond to present Team Canada with its silver medals.
So the medals will be put down and then Canadian team officials will hand them out. All part of the health protocols being observed here at this
Number
tournament.
1, le numéro 1, Devin Levi. Number 30, le numéro 30, Taylor Gauthier.
Gord, you mentioned earlier the Finns are
Number
happier
31, le numéro 31,
than the
Dylan
Canadians
Duran.
are. You mentioned that earlier on as the Finns win the bronze medal game.
Number 2, le numéro 2,
while you're
Braden
second,
Schneider.
you lose this game. It's the way your road ends. It's a tough pill to
Number
swallow.
3, le numéro 3, Kaden Korzak. Number 5, le numéro 5, Thomas Harley. Number 6, le numéro 6, Jamie Drysdale. Number 8, le numéro 8, Jordan Spence. Number 21, le numéro 21, Caden Gooley. Number 27, le numéro 27, Justin Barron. Number 9, le numéro 9, Connor Zary. Number 10, le numéro 10, Dylan Holloway. Number 11, le numéro 11, Cole Perfetti. Number 12, le numéro 12, Jacob Pelletier. Number 15, le numéro 15, Alex Newhook. Number 16, le numéro 16, Ryan Suzuki. Number 17, le numéro 17, Connor McMichael. Number 18, le numéro 18, Peyton Krebs. Number 19, le numéro 19, Quinton Byfield. Number 20, le numéro 20, Dawson Mercer. Number 22, le numéro 22, Dylan Cousins. Number 26, le numéro 26, Philip Tomasino. Number 29, le numéro 29, Jack Quinn. Management Group, Groupe de gestion, Alan Millar. Head Coach, Entraîneur-chef, André Tourigny. Assistant Coach, Entraîneur adjoint, Michael Dick. Assistant Coach, Entraîneur adjoint, Mitch Love. Goaltending Coach, Entraîneur des gardiens de but, Jason LaBarbera. Equipment Manager, responsable de l'équipement, Brian Saint-Louis. Equipment Manager, responsable de l'équipement, Chris Hamilton. Therapist, thérapeute, Kevin Elliott. Therapist, thérapeute, Brian Cheeseman. Sport Performance Manager, responsable de la performance sportive, Adam Douglas. Team Physician, médecin de l'équipe, Dr. Barry Wines. And number 4, le numéro 4, Team Captain, Bowen Byram.
And players from both teams applauding.
A lot of these guys know each other from a long time back, playing in several tournaments against each other. Several of them teammates in their college seasons.
Now the presentation of the second place trophy. And then the United States can finally celebrate.
Please welcome once again the captain of Team Canada, Bowen Byram, to accept the second place trophy. Joining him for Team Canada, Dylan Cousins and Connor McMichael. We would now like to invite Team USA Captain Cam York and General Manager John Van Beesbroek to present Team USA with its gold medals. Number 29, le numéro 29, Logan Stein.
The third goalie for the U.S.
Number 30, le numéro 30, Spencer Knight. Number 32, le numéro 32, Dustin Wolf.
Kurt Knight mentioned so many of these guys were together. 15 of them played for the national team development program at some point.
Drew Hellison.
This, for a lot of them, their last game together at this level. Many of them will play in the World Championship or other international programs for the U.S., but
number 5,
as teenagers, this is it.
Jackson Lacombe. Number 7, le numéro 7, Tyler Clevin. Number 8, le numéro 8, Jake Sanderson. Number 11, le numéro 11, Brock Faber. Number 17, le numéro 17, Hunter Skinner. Number 23, le numéro 23, Ryan Johnson. Number 9, le numéro 9, Trevor Zegras. Number 10, le numéro 10, Matthew Beniers. Number 12, le numéro 12, Matthew Boldy. Number 13, le numéro 13, Cole Caulfield. Number 15, le numéro 15, Alex Turcotte. Number 18, le numéro 18, Brendan Brisson. Number 19, le numéro 19, Patrick Moynihan. Number 21, le numéro 21, Brett Berard. Number 22, le numéro 22, Sam Colangelo. Number 24, le numéro 24, Bobby Brink. Number 25, le numéro 25, John Farinacci. Number 26, le numéro 26, Landon Slaggart. And number 28, le numéro 28, Arthur Kaliev. Head coach, entraîneur-chef, Nate Lehman. Assistant coach, entraîneur adjoint, Ted Donato. Assistant coach, entraîneur adjoint, Chris Myatt. Assistant coach, entraîneur adjoint, Steve Miller. Video coach, entraîneuse vidéo, Teresa Feaster.
A little history made with the first
Equipment
female assistant
manager,
coach.
responsable de l'équipement, Scott Aldridge. Equipment manager, responsable de l'équipement, Nate Lapointe. Athletic trainer, soigneur du sport, Jason Hodges. Athletic trainer, soigneur du sport, Stan Wong. Team physician, médecin de l'équipe, Dr. Phil Johnson. Hockey operations, activité hockey, Mark Boxer. And team captain, number 4, Cam York.
On his birthday. Top that for a present.
And now, et maintenant, pour l'hymne national, for the national anthem of Team USA. Please welcome once again the captain of Team USA, Cam York, to accept the IIHF World Junior Championship Trophy. IIHF Tournament Chairs to officially close the 2021 IIHF World Junior Championship.
One, two. Ladies and gentlemen, we would like to take this opportunity to thank the City of Edmonton and Red Deer for a great World Junior Championship, where we look forward to seeing you next year in 2022. Also, we would like to thank all the volunteers, sponsors, TSN, and the organizing committee in Hockey Canada for the work they have done at this World Championship. We'll see you next year in Red Deer and Edmonton. Thank you.
Je voudrais remercier le comité d'organisation de cette compétition, Hockey Canada, les pouvoirs publics, le gouvernement canadien, le gouvernement d'Alberta, qui ont cru en nous pour organiser cette compétition dans des conditions sanitaires qui puissent, où on peut aller faire cette compétition jusqu'au bout. Au nom de la Fédération internationale de hockey sur glace, je déclare les championnats du monde junior 2021 close. Merci. Et surtout, on compte sur vous l'an prochain dans cette ville d'Edmonton et de Red Deer, dans un contexte que j'espère naturel. Donc, merci à tous. Au revoir.
Let's go!
Americans celebrating a gold medal victory and a near perfect performance against Canada in the gold medal game. We'll be back to wrap things up from the World Juniors right after this.
The 2021 World Junior Hockey Championship from Edmonton, Alberta is brought to you in part by Esso. The Esso brand has fueled Canada's love of hockey for over 80 years. By Nike, official gear of Canada's national hockey teams. By TELUS, helping build stronger communities on and off the ice. When we give back together, we're all connected for good. And by Tim Hortons, the official coffee of Team Canada.
Excited or are you scared?
Scared.
It'll be okay.
Proud premier partner of Hockey Canada, Tim Hortons has supported minor hockey for over 35 years through the Timbits Hockey Program and its commitment to developing teamwork, confidence, and social skills in an inclusive environment. Timbits Hockey, where the first goal is having fun. The 2021 World Junior Hockey Championship from Edmonton, Alberta is brought to you in part by Chevrolet. Find new reasons to cheer. Find new roads.
And history in this World Juniors, that's Teresa Feaster, the first female member of a coaching staff to be part of a World Junior champion. Bob, you've been to an awful lot of these. What do you make of that performance by the Americans?
Well, first, a heartbreaking loss for Team Canada, who had, until the gold medal game, had just a terrific tournament. But the Americans were full value for the gold medal victory. Trevor Zegras was outstanding. The best players for the Americans were on top of their game. And when Canada did get a push in the third period to try and get back, Spencer Knight shut the door. Full value for the Americans. It's a tournament. You just never know what you're going to get in a gold medal game.
Craig Button, in many ways, is this the toughest World Juniors to lose because of the circumstances?
I think absolutely for Team Canada. When they arrived on November 17th for their on-ice practices, I was there. We saw the first scrimmages, and then we saw, the quarantine and the pause in their preparations. They were together for so long. They went through tremendous adversity before they even got to the tournament. And then they lose their captain, Kirby Dach, and they looked unbeatable until they came up against this USA team that played, as you point out, a perfect game. But this is a team that showed everything that you thought would lead it to be in the conversation as best ever. And that's why these tournaments are so fantastic. There's no guarantees, and it has to be an incredibly difficult loss to stomach for Team Canada.
We thank both Craig and Bob for their amazing analysis. We received a lot of messages from you guys on social media thanking our crew for giving up their holidays to bring you this Bubble World Juniors. And we thank the crew too. They are the best, both here in Edmonton and back in Toronto. And we hope, if nothing else, this tournament that's such a big part of the Canadian holidays gave you all a little normalcy in a crazy and far from normal time. But this was not a sacrifice for any of us. The sacrifices continue to be made by our frontline healthcare workers, our essential workers who are out there trying to keep us safe. And in here as well, we had a crew that tested us every single day and kept us safe inside the bubble. So we thank all of them. We thank all of you for watching, and hopefully next year these stands in Edmonton and Red Deer will be full and the only masks will be on the goalies.
It could be better than a fantasy. I keep my eyes on the prize, baby. I keep my eyes on the prize, baby. I got my levels out of place. Last night was a long one. Looking for a quick fix, looking for a shortcut. But if I want a game plan for the long run, what do I bring to the table? Said dumb luck. There's a good chance the last thing I think of will show up in my sleep and crash all my dreams with some that I won't repeat, cause it's not what I'm proud of. Some heaviness, some pettiness, and things I'm ashamed of. When I think of you, I think of us. I think I'm done with this. October comes and I'll show you what I'm made of. I hope it's harvest time for my fruits of labor. Reach out, you got the real. On my shoulder, replaying the scene over and over. I got confused and the world started spinning. Set out a search party, I've gone missing. Cause Lord knows I've been through the ringer, and Lord knows I'm gonna come out swinging. It's mid-July in New York City. Might be sitting in coach, but I'm ready for the big leagues. Reach out, you got the real deal right in front of you. Reach out. Just keep moving.